ထူးတိုက်ရတယ်ဆိုမရတော့
Getting it is gonna be an even matchup, giving it to 2-2 point.
What are we asking for? We are asking for more games, and we are going into game 5 with a 2-2 scores. The fans, they are worrying for AG, but AG, they come up once again.
I mean, it is, they are worried about, right? Because you can't see how Silence could do that, right? They feel like, okay, is it going to be the pivot of the game 4? But AG just deny it with such a decisive team fight at last.
Ron flashing in for that play, and then Shuai comes in helping his classmate. Was probably the best play I've seen with the Liu Lang and also Silence play later on.
They play so well. I mean, both teams, all 10 players right now in the battlefield play so well. They're definitely at their best state. And check Silence firsthand in this engagement, and also Umbrosa Ran did the same at last.
It's a horror game for both you and Nino. You don't know where they're coming from those engages.
Yeah, and also check out all those top laners. They're playing so well.
Look at this Silence, man. That was just nasty coming in from the first pick of KBL.
But I mean, speak of the last big team fight, AG just scattered the whole team. And also Zoe, the Kaiser, soaked in all those damage coming out from KSG.
Ron just jumps in with the flash, finds the backline onto his Liu Lang, and with this, they don't have their consistent mid lane DPS in the late game. And finally, we have to check with the panel because this game got my breath away.
It took 15 minutes before Liu Lang died. And unfortunately, in that death, they won the game on the side of AGAL. It was an incredible performance, an incredible comeback, and it's brought us level after 4. Heading into game 5, we've got exactly what we want, which is more chances to play Honor of Kings.
I loved it because AG came in with a very clear plan of what they wanted to do in here, right? Like they saw that they have the 2 warriors in front of them. So they said, let's just take one of them down. Let's slow the Chicha down. And then after that, they want to have the late game damage. It was not until like that last fight over there at almost 15 minutes that used Chicha actually had some poking abilities.
Yeah, a lot of ability from you. And I mean, it was a game of all of the all-stars. All of this is the special guys. The reason why they're on the team, everyone stepped up. Everyone had a moment. There were so many highlights. I was like, okay, we have to come down because of the fact that we can only have so many. But like, literally, that was such an amazing game. It was so back and forth. And it's between that 13 and 15 minute mark. We've seen now 2 games in a row get decided. That final fight, it hasn't gone 20 minutes yet again. But I also, as somebody who's jumping in, you might be watching, you've seen that Motzi Heroes being played before, but a lot of times you're seeing it played in a different way. Talk to me what was different about that.
It was very different in this one because you have the Annette in front. And it is the problem that if you have the Annette, then you can just nullify the cannon blast coming in from the Motzi. So that your initiation, your poking ability, the fact that you're supposed to be slowing down your position is taken out of the table, and then that Motzi becomes pretty not as useful as before.
Definitely did struggle. I mean, his 0-2 and 9.
I think
It's not good. Like, you're not expecting like massive KDAs, but definitely behind on that one. And it was largely, I mean, the team, the way that the composition of AGAL, they nullified almost everything that was being thrown at them. I mean, even the Agudo with that push, it was just like largely like, you know, they were dealing with it quite well here.
And I think that KSG did something really well. That was just to keep that Agudo always online, right? Like they needed to protect that red buff. So it's always the Agudo making the rotations, trying to protect his jungle. They were very passive because AG had the priority over most of the resources.
Mostly. And taking over most, I mean, this game was as back and forth as you could go. It seemed like in the beginning, it started to me with the Yino versus Yu matchup. They were trying to get the numbers advantage to ensure that they got a little bit of a lead for the farm laner, but then things kind of shifted, right? Once Zoe kind of online, he was literally the invincible warrior on that guy's team. Yeah, Zoe helped drive that final team fight towards the way of AGAL. They tie it up. They're taking their little break right now. They'll be back in just a moment to play game 5, but we've got some telestrator. We have to because
AGAL
that
game,
game, you know, again, it swings back and forth. This time, AJAL do enough, and it takes till the very last moment to do it.
Yeah, and this is actually the beginning one where we're talking about how they're trying to focus on the farm laners as quickly as possible. Look at how deep Yu is. He should not be there behind the tower to kind of get that first blood.
And the painful part right over there is that Zoe takes that kill. And the problem is that since he's a Kaiser, then his jungle path should be slower than the Gudo. And taking that kill right over there gives him extra gold.
Yeah, definitely got slowed down there. And this is also just the return kill. Because, you know, whenever you're going to write a story, the sequel needs to be there with the revenge, if you will. And they finally found you on this one. But moving forward a little bit further onto this one, this is where you're kind of seeing Zoe kind of come online. He was, again, that Kaiser, or like that guy that was always in front. The KSG had to go around, but look at the ensure that Yuno doesn't go home free.
It is just insane, just the way that he can just disappear from your screens for such a long time, and then just find the flank for him to come in from behind, and then just using his ultimate in between all of the AGAL backlane. It just slows, opens up the fight for them.
Yeah, opens up everything. And this is kind of towards the later parts. Silence with one of the best plays that you will see. Again, the flash true, all the way, the knockback, the control, everything that you want in AGAL. They were routed at this point. Even with Zoe there, it doesn't really matter. They were able to be burned.
I thought this was going to be a turning point. I thought that this was going to be like the moment where we're like, okay, yeah, let's just
AGAL
this is the flash forward by Ron. You're
Guangzhou game name ပေါ့နော်တော်တော်လေးတူနောက်ထပ်နှစ်ပွဲနိုင်တဲ့တင်ကတော့ final မှာ champion ဖြစ်ပြီပေါ့ပဲဒီ Eternity 20ရပြီပေါ့
but Zoe on this one he
ဒါရှေ့ဂိမ်းတွေမှာအဲ့လိုဒုက္ခပေးတာကြတော့ဟိုပါလေဟာရာဒုက္ခပေးနေတော့ဒီကောင်ဟာရာဒီတပင်းမှာတော့ထပ်ပန်းမယ်
He is a big boy, as Zaki would put it right over there. He knows he can take the cannon blast. He can use his ultimate just to kind of nullify that, takes that last skill, and then just opens the whole bottom lane for AG just to parade it.
To me, I would be almost scared as a fan to watch this because I never feel safe. I don't feel safe if I'm a KSG fan. I don't feel safe if I'm an AGAL fan. Any moment, this game seems to swivel, and just indicated there by that last clip, it was the first time Liulang died.
It just goes, I mean, back to just like where your teammates are. Yeah. Are they able to kind of protect you? You gotta always ensure that you're not walking in the dark, deep secrets of the streets of the catacombs, right?
That's right. I know some people went to the catacombs, got a little scared. Don't do that in the land of the gorge. Now, I gotta say, Isaac, going into this, let's kind of break down. We've seen two games, both sides. What in your eyes has kind of been the most important factor between this matchup so far on this stage?
I think that just the most important thing up until right now for everyone watching has been the opportunity of being seen like resilience right over there. Just being able to see that not all the time you need to be at the advantage. Sometimes you're going to be behind, but you need to just to have a plan to come in and try to do this. I am a little bit worried right now for KSG because they use their double warrior, and we know that AGAL does have double warrior compositions right over there that might be a very big problem for KSG forward.
Yeah, and the global land pick actually restricts quite a bit as we're going
What a
into
big
this one.
moment,
It's
bro.
essentially
You're
a best of
gonna
three. A lot of the heroes have already been selected, and we're going to see drama all the way to the end of this one.
I was going to ask about that because, you know, you
Egypt
saw
is
Saki and Nora going,
well,
they banned this, they banned that. There's like two more jungles they can pick. Kaiser's got to be, and then Kaiser gets selected. So are we worried a little bit about that, Isaac?
I would be worried about that. I would be worried about that because I'm not a coach. But the coaches are not they already have, like, I've seen their books, man. Like, their playbooks are just very thick, very deep, very complicated. I know that they're going to be fine.
You can confuse it with a dictionary or something like that. It's that heavy. So many different pages. Is this how you learn French? I mean, is this they give us the teams to order food? No, just so you know, the food gets given to us over here. However, we still have to order. It's all luxury at EWC. They treat these players as they should be, as the stars they are. Whether you're watching at home, fans of the KPL, or you're here in Paris, France, get ready because this is now no longer a best of 7. It is a best of 3. The first to 2 more wins is going to claim this trophy. And it's time to see who takes the edge yet again. Sagi, Nora, it's your time.
Of course, you want to see who takes the edge right
They
away,
fight
because this series, who could have asked for anything lesser than this? We are looking to see who is the first team to back that match point against their opponents.
ကဲပြပန်းမှာကွာ
Especially
တွေ့
when
လိုက်
we
မယ်
are
နော်
doing things like 2-2 in this best of 7 format, it just gives me a slight sense of, will we see the ultimate battle today?
颠不颠吗？
Well, it's still too early
Still
to
too
say that,
early.
right? But match point matters a lot.
Well, what matters a lot as well is what Rain Dane and the panel
Channel
mentioned
ban
here.
it.
The
Yeah.
drafting book, the strategy
ဟို
book coming in
ဘာ
for
တော့ပန်းလိုက်
the
တစ်ဖက်ကပါတော့ပန်း
coaches here. How do you give a good composition for your team? Because for those at
ဂျင်းကို
home,
ပန်းတယ်
or
ဘော်ရိုင်း
those
ကြီး
are
ဘက်က
here
AG က
who has
လုံးဝဟို
never
ဟာတွေပဲ
watched
ပန်း
Honor
တာ
Kings Esports,
Mhm.
we practice the global ban pick.
yeah.
Every series you use a hero is removed from your pool.
Yes, so in that case, you can see AG, they are using these 2 bans directly targeting at Zhuhao, right? To span away this play and also Jing, which allowing him to lead the whole pace in the early stage. And as I mentioned,
ကဲ
Loria
ပြ
is
စ်က
definitely
င်း
going to be the
ဘန်း
flying
ပြစ်
point
ပလိုက်
when
တာ
we're
ဘော်ရို
stepping
င်း
into this
ကြီး
point.
ရေဝုံဝုံ
Hey, that Lorien has been
OG
amazing, right?
နဲ့
We've
ဟိုဟာ
seen
နဲ့
it through
တိုးယူ
the
နေနော်
entirety
ဘော
of
ရှော့
this
နေ
tournament since day one of the play-ins up until the final
အရှော့ကကြတော့
of the semi-final.
ဒီစစ်
and
damage
has
များတယ်
been appearing in
ဘူစီက
almost
ကြတော့
every
stand
single
နဲ့အဲ့လို
series
cross
here, but
control တွေ
take a
များ
look
တယ်
at the combination from AGAL. They're like,
ဆိုတော့တစ်ဖက်က
"You have it
Lorien
from
ပြန်
remote
ထုတ်ထားတယ်
CCTV.
ဘော်ရိုင်းကြီး
Let me have it now.
Sure,
Let
yeah.
me add on the Shoyu for that insane lane combo against you."
I mean,
Divara
double poking, right? You can always rely on those
Divara
snipers,
ဒီရန်ပေါ်
especially
ဆို
you
ဒီကောင်ကြီးက
trying
win
to
2မဲ့တော့မှာရှိရ
win
နော်
the upper hand of your HP trade. So definitely it's going to be a secure winning lane in the early stage on the side of AG.
I'm interested to see
Okay.
what they pick up for their tank again. Last game, they burned
Alright,
the Kaiser.
ဟိုဘက်က
There's
လည်း
no
ban ထားလိုက်တာ
Loki.
တလား
Do we get an all grunt here or
Ali ကို ban
something
ထား
at
လိုက်
the
တာ
very least to supplement that tankiness? Because yeah, you have the Mozi means that
Ali
your
မ ban ပါဘူး
won't
ခုမှ
be a
ဘန်းပါလဲ
tanky hero. You need something from jungle or the clash lane to
Did you-
supplement it. But I like this matchup. This was
you
introduced
are
in the KPL, the Miyue versus the Devara matchup.
Well, it is
Oh,
so
the Devara and
classic to
Paiwan
see
too,
these 2 top laners play against each other back in the KPL region. And I would say Miyue will do great if you kind of just prone to let this Miyue to build up the early stage advantage. If
Paka
you can do
squishy,
so,
the Paka
Miyue
win
can be
2 မဲ့
so
ကောင်
dominating when we step into the mid game and do the splat push.
And it's one of
AG
the
ကလုံးဝအဲ့
most
လို
aggressive team composition that I've seen that's being drafted by AGA.
ရှောင်ရှားပြီးစောရမယ်
Game
ပုံ
1
စံ
all the way
မျိုး
to
ပြက်
game 4, it's always about
ဟိုကောင်တွေက
skill,
ဝင်တိုးမဲ့ပုံစံ
playing mid to
ဒါပေ
late
မဲ့
game
AG က
for
အဲ့လို
spending power spikes. But
ပါ
this
ဝါ
game
လို့ရှိရင်
around,
မှာပါ
AGAL is
ဟာရောယူ
drafting
ပန်းလိုက်
heavily
ထုတ်တယ်
towards
ဟာရော
to
ပ
winning
န်း
the
လာ
lane.
အောင်
And
တော့
also they are drafting heavily targeting
Wow,
at
Misha
Juha because
Shine,
like 4 bans
FNB
upon
account
those
now, have fun.
junglers, right? It's actually denying all those powerful junglers so far in this patch.
Hey, it's like what you mentioned right
ban
now.
it, ban it,
Jihal
going
is the
jungle ban
Zhuangyuan,
out.
the first pick coming
Ban
in
it
from
out.
the last
The
season. So-
highest value
Yeah, the
Zhuangyuan.
highest value Zhuangyuan. So you gotta ban him away. That those 4 jungle bans is not a waste. It's a respect towards the side of KSG's jungler.
Exactly.
Nija
And
ban
so
like
does KSG. If they want to make those things happen, they need to initiate more so
Wow.
that they can suffocate AG
ဂျွန်
from
ကြီး
those
နဲ့
frontiers
ဒီ
because
ရွေးနေတာဘယ်သူက
the
ဂျန်ကဲ
late
ထွက်လာ
game
မှာ
is going
ဂျွန်
to
ကြီး
be
ထွက်လာ
so
မှာ
scary on the side of AG.
So much damage, so much side lane pressure here. They need a front line. And Dun has been locked in for Zoe. We've seen before how Dun, this hero, is able to open up the space. Very strong early game to pressure the jungle of the side of Kuaishou Gaming here. But I want to see what is the last pick here. You have a lot of mid lanes removed from the pool here.
The mid laner is definitely going to be a good counter pick. But in that case, maybe like a Hano can be possible, in my perspective, on the side of AG. But for
Flowball.
KSG, Yangjin will be their answer, and so does this Flowball Marksman.
ဂျန်ကျင်က
I feel like the
Yangjin
pressure
à?
on KSG
ဟိုကဘယ်သူကဂျန်ကဲကြောက်မှာလဲ
is that they
ဒီ
need
ဘာ
to
ရာ
push
လား
it
ရမ်းကျင်လား
scarily,
ဘက်မှာလဲ
and
မိ
it's going to
မိ
be
ရွဲ့လား
Gan and Moore.
ဂျွန်လား
Wow, 4 poking heroes on one side.
That is a lot of poke. I like this combination. We've seen this from Blacklist International before.
အေးဒီဘက်ကိုလည်းရှိုးတာပေါ့လားဘယ်ကောင်မှတည့်ပြီးချမယ်ကောင်မပေါ့ဘူး
You get the
ဂျွန်ကြီးကလွယ်လို့
force on your face, so you cannot
ဘက်ကကြတော့လို့တင်မဲကောင်နေရွေးသလား
very aggressive stuff that has been drafted by AGL.
Yes, and I mean that it's kind of be a little bit extreme, right? Because you are letting 4 poking
Let's
heroes,
go.
which means the initiation is definitely out there for you. But check out KSG's composition, right? I feel like a lot of potential individual showcase can be seen if Zhuhao, this Yangjin farm, are really well paced.
They have low carry points. You have the Devara, the Yangjin, the Flowball Marksman, the Lorien. A lot of damage, and if they can find the backline assassination on towards members like Yinwo, on towards members like side of Sheng on that mid lane, that could be game changing because once those two main damage dealers are not available in the team fight for AG, it could be disaster.
Yeah, so as we are stepping into this precious and dividing match point, you can see AG, they're playing in the quite, I would say, risky composition, right? If they can drag it into the late game, which they are really good at, yes, they can grab the match point. But as for KSG, they also stepping into their own comfort zone. They're trying to use their aggression and grab themselves the match point.
Momentum on the line. Both teams 2-2 tied in scores in the best of 7 in the grand finals. Match point on the line. KSG taking on AGAL in this game number 5.
And they encountered each other in the mid lane first.
Very small start coming in from both teams. This has been AG's starting style, right? Just starting Zoe towards the mid. Getting that clear.
But I mean, the accuracy of their poking is really crucial on the side of AG this time.
It's gonna
It's gonna be Yino and also Mo Zi on Shuai, but they change the direction. It's like, okay, Silence, you've been having a very good game. Let's pressure you on that top side.
And also we mentioned about if you want to play this Miyu against the Varro, you definitely need to highlight this hero in very early laning stage.
Oh, Sheng
Oh,
coming in, bottom gank on towards you.
You know the
You
Rahul
have
is
the
Yama
double
then.
side. Oh, that's a very good damage. Liu Lang is here, find a bit of damage on Sheng. That's a 2v2 that's been won over to the side of KSG.
ကျန်းပေါ်ရ
I
တွေ့
feel
လား
like Yulang can play really well by
နော်
this Lauren.
လောင်းချောက
So
ချက်
the
ချင်းပဲ
Sheng
ဒီစပယ်ကိုပြတ်ပြီဟာမှန်တယ်
Lauren
ဟို
can
ရှောင်းလို့
be
မရနောက်
very
တစ်ချက်ထပ်ပြတ်
powerful due to his skill set, right, against this Ganamore in the early stage.
It's about range. Whoever lands the first blow first will be able to win that specific matchup. Is it going to be Liu Lang finding the elevation on the Lorient ultimate on towards Sheng, or Sheng finding the burst damage first on towards Liu Lang? It's a bit of a rock, paper, scissors.
And it's a bit like this game is going to be a pure mechanics combat.
I like it, right? When you are burning down your strategy pool, it comes down to the original core of how you play Honor of Kings. Mechanics, micro details, right?
Yes, just unleash all the potential play that you might offer to us.
That's true. Oh, so far Ron, top side.
ကကြာ AG ကကြာဂျွန်ကြီးတစ်ကောင်ရှိတယ်
Thankfully to try with that
တကယ်တမ်းဝင်
game
ချိုးမယ်
also, that
ကျန်တဲ့ကောင်တွေကအဲ့
is
လို
for Ron
နည်းလို့
is
ပုတ်
something
ပု
to
တ်
look
ခီး
at.
လို့
He will
ကြာ
be the 1v1 monster
တော့တွေ့တာ
towards
နည်း
that
နည်းအ
side.
ဝေးကနေဆွဲတော့မယ်
And both teams are actually trying to, prioritize their junglers farming pace. But in that case, you can see Yang Jin already got a level 1 advantage against this Dun because he had a high
စနိုက်ပါလေ
efficiency of the farming.
တောင်းလျှော့တယ်တစ်တိုင်းထိရတော့
That's a lot of HP being expended by the side of you.
Nice sniping. It all depends on your
ရန်ပူ
accuracy.
စောင်းနေတာတောင်းနေရတဲ့
Been
vision
okay
အသိ
so
ကြတယ်
far. Early game has been
ပေါ်လာနေမှာဆို
similar in the
ည
past few games.
တော့တော့
Just stalling those item power spikes, waiting for one member to actually make a mistake.
Oh,
Oh, Sheng, nice steal with the
nice
first
steal.
before.
Sorry ပဲ
And
နော်
also show
ကျန်ခဲ့ခရီးတွေကဆို
his
အဲ့ဒီတုံးစားပြတာမ
determination
ကြည့်ဘူးကြာ
about
ဖမ်းမ
placing
ရ
damage directly
ဖမ်းမရ
on
ဘယ်
the
လောက်လဲ
target that he
7.8
wants.
7.9 ဖမ်းမရအတူတူပဲ
So far, LFF
Go on,
doing
you
an
do it.
amazing job
8.2,
with
8.1, but I-
blocking those
I want to
shots
call.
for his farm lane, so you can actually scale into the late game. We saw how scary it is.
လေ
when
mid
you
lane နဲ့
have
ဂျန်ခဲ့နဲ့တကယ်ကွာတကောင်းနေအဲ့လို
Another still.
ဟိုဂမ်မူကြီးကအကုန်လုံးလိုက်ခိုးစားတာကြီးကုန်မျိုးဘက်ကကော
He's really accurate about how he's gonna do all those poking damage. But the only difference in the early stage is that how they're gonna gain the vision control. KSG relies a lot on this Lianpo. On the other side, AG
ဂမ်မူကြီးကဝင်လာပြီအဲ့မှာဝင်လာပြီကောကောင်းပြီလား
directly on the
တစ်ဆက်ရှောင်းပြီရောင်ကြီးလော်ရီလော်ရီ
But Liu Lang, nice finds a
Oh
nice
my
pick on Nino, but Sheng
God.
also finds a counter kill
ဂမ်မူကြီးဝင်လာတာနောက်ကလော်ရီကအဝေးရပြေးတာပလက်ကာကကုန်စပယ်တုံးလိုက် ကောင်းနေအဲ့ဒါ communication ညာပေါ့လာအသိအော်နေမှာပေါ့ရောင်ငါဒီမှာဆွဲတုံးနေလာချလာချ
coming in towards your lane. I think it has been a user occurrence for both
ကဲ
of you.
ပေါ်လဲမီရွဲနဲ့ဒီဘာလာဆိုမီရွဲက80စားတာပေါ့ကွာဘာလာတက်လို့တော့ဗျာ
Well, we check out a replay here.
ပါဒီမပြေးတာဘာ play ကပါကောင် flash ပါကောင်ပြီးသွားတယ်တခါလဲ1တုံးအဲ့1ကတော့ passive နဲ့1မှာကန်တဲ့ passive နဲ့ရှော့ရတာပေါ့ စပယ်တုံးလိုက်တော့မဟုတ်
Yeah, just as long as he trying to flash out, that's the point. That's timing for Ganamore to take that.
နော်မက်ဆမန်တော့1-1ဘူးစံပြေပါ
So good. And AGAL back back towards life. They secure the Tyrant going towards their side here. So in this game itself, it's about yet again those 10 minutes. Ultimate here, the Umbral will be available, trying finding the smite on the stun, but it won't be much of a fight.
Because the initiation isn't that secured, but Liam. It even make it
Sorry.
the tower that
Now the check, now the check. Sure.
It's gonna be double sniper, it's gonna be the last point.
香港的 Cannon 没挂，
He's on fire with
别打
the
是吧
He's getting back after
？Damn
back.
你好，
What did this man take for breakfast? Because he's just hitting all his
乖乖的，国家 AG 阿边嘛，
Cannon, we haven't seen this hero
国家 AG 不干了，sorry 呗。
so far in KWC in such a decent way. I mean, like so accurate, so
Yeah.
precise, so determined.
基本上ကွာအဲ့မှာဟိုကောင်ကြီးကလန်ဘူကြီးအဲ့ဒီဝင်တော့တာလွန်တာပေါ့ဒါမဲ့ကွာဘာကျတစ်ချက်အစုံလေးခက်ရောအမ flash နဲ့ကွာတိတ်လာတာဆိုတော့
And then the last finisher on towards you was so
ဆိုလေးပြောရင်
mid lane.
It's all about calculating, right? You need to be really good at mathematics that allow you to do that.
Trigonometry,
Yeah.
dimensions, you know.
ကောင်ကြီးကဘာရှိလဲဆိုတော့ဘာကြီး
Oh.
But the only reaction that we can give to Shen right now is just yelling out.
ကံမူကြီးက on fire ကရားနေမရတော့ကျန်အမှကြည့်
Mid lane centric
Don't worry
carries
about
out, and
one
with
for
those
us.
wins, it's just jungle buffet for the side of Zoe and Ron. You can
ဟိုကျွန်တော်အရှိကတိုင်မချိုးရတယ်ဒီကောင်လေးစကန်ဝေကိုလာရှင်းနေပြီဒုတိယတိုင်ကြားထဲမှာကြောက်လာပြီးAD 3နာပြီးသားကြီး
Not only about this Grand Moat, but also the
On the
top
back,
lane
Pema
pressure,
Pina, Pema
keep it in,
Pina.
right?
Yeah,
They're doing those
yeah,
early
yeah.
invasions, they're denying
မိုက်နေဆို
the
ရှင်းလို့မရ
movement
ဘူး
from KSG side. So it may feel like KSG, they're kind of reaching a deadlock, right? They want to make something happen. That's why LFF is trying to use his ulti to initiate. But the thing is that they can't group together.
ကျိုး bro ကန်နမူကြီးကဒီမှာလုံးဝဟိုကောင်နေလှုပ်လို့မရအောင်ထောက်ထားတဲ့ကောင်
If
ကြီး
they
ဖြစ်
can
နေတာပဲ
hit with one cannon blast from Stride's Mozi, Shong's ultimate is just gonna pile on towards
ဘော်ဒီရောရတယ်ကွာဘယ်လိုမျိုးတုံးတာလဲ
Because of the
တဲပေါက်လာတယ်
I would say like because of
ဝေးရ
the
AD 3ပြေးတာကွာ
really
ရေးတာ
dominating performance that Shen is giving right now is kind of
ဟို pro player တွေ blame တာတော့မဟုတ်ပါဘူးဒီကောင်ကိုကိုယ်တည်းအများကြီးကြော့တတ်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ program မှာဆိုတော့အဲ့ကောင် blame ဝေးရ AD 3ရတယ်အမေတွေ့ရဲ့ကြီးပဲချက်ကကွာလို့သူရောက်လာတယ်တခါတန်းဆက်တန်းနေတာပေါ့
So
လို့
we're just casually picking buffs after buffs after buffs. This is solely because of Shung's dominance with that mid lane Ganemo. So give me a moment here.
ကဲ
How
ဇို
does
ရီကတော့မင်းတို့မလွယ်ဘူးနော်
find a way to make it back? Because Shung so far, he's 4-0-0, and there's not a lot engaged coming from KSG.
I feel like it's going to be the time for this Yang Jian because Yang Jian
ရန်
actually
ချင်းဝင်လာပြီ short တက်တာဗောဟိုလာကြီးရဲ့ oh my god ဘလောက်တော့ပြတ်သားရဲ့ဆုံးဖြတ်ချက်နဲ့ဝင်လာတယ်ကွာ
right? And Zhao just executed. That's the point.
တွေးပြည့်ယူလုံးဝတကောင်ပြတ်မယ်ဆိုတာသိရသလားတစ်ခါရုံးဝင်လာတရွဲလေးလုံးဆို
What they're
ကျွတ်
going
စင်
to do, even if they fell behind.
oh my god ကံမူဒမ်းမတွေလည်းကြောက်နေရတာ
So that kill is
တကယ်
really
တမ်းကျတော့ဟိုလာကြီးရဲ့သူကဒွန်ကြီးရတယ်သူကအချိန်မှလာလို့ရောင်ရောင်နဲ့လိုက်ချတာတော့ ချန်ကဲဆိုမှလည်းတန့်ပူဆန်
The
ဆိုတာ
gold lead definitely going to be very crucial. 3,000 gold lead.
နောက်ပိုင်းကဟိုကပြစ်မှာလောင်းရှော့ကပြစ်မလို့တဲ့လောင်းရှော့ကရှော့ကြပဲ
Just
နှစ်ခါရှိ
showing his aggression because of the versatile damage is definitely enough coming out from this Yang Jian in this
Đúng là
early
tú
stage.
rồi quá.
So they need to make sure that Zhuhao is going to
သူ
play
ညတူနောက်ကဂန်နမောလိုက်ပြစ်
He cannot put himself in a very
Cô
awkward
mua trâu
position
lên.
where his team cannot
ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီကောင်လေးတစ်ချက်ကြည့်ရရင်ချင်းကိုကြည့်ရမရင်ချင်းကတော့ပြတ်သားရဲ့စပယ်လုပ်ချက်တွေ
against Ron. Silence has to pump them a
ဟုတ်
little
လိုက်
bit.
ကြည့်ဒီကောင်လေးမင်းနေတာဟေးရှော့ဘောအဲ့လောက်ကြည့်ကြတယ်
What do you lose? Mid lane tier 1's
Right.
have goes in favor for the side of
အေးရတဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့ကောင်လေးပြန်မိတာဗျာ
Tier 1 tower in the mid, but check out Zhuhao's positioning. He's trying to
Tú đúng rồi,
include
bỏ lại rồi.
the whole setting, but Shuai already spotted
တူး
out.
ဆိုဒီကောင်လေးအဲ့တော့7ဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်မလို့နောက်တဲ့နှစ်ပွဲနိုင်တဲ့ကောင်လေးပြတ်တယ်ဟေးရှော့အိုး
It's gonna be killer spree. Goes over to Zhuhao.
KSG needs
Ý
to
chí là ý, thì con này hoa phiên
to
nhỉ?
map pressure. Those towers in the top side,
Nó
those
biển.
towers in the mid lane.
Theo chứ thì quên nào, con này xuất sự lại cậu.
Those are great
Cái mà
kills.
leo về
How
đời
do
đi
you make a
qua
comeback
mà.
is what I'm looking for.
It's very hard because as you see, they sacrifice the Roma on the side of AG, trade for
Ừ,
the
ấy về đây
tower.
mà
So
mi với à ma là
still
bộ
holding
đấy.
in AG's hand.
Ron is just on fire today. So on form.
Mà tôi lại phải lưu thêm vào đấy quá ngã. Nó còn Mỹ luôn nha này, ấu lại chỉ giao làm là được, tôi đã về đi nữa.
Consistent back-to-back plays to bring the game back into an equal footing.
Because he know that he's the only member in this tournament
stage. မသမနဲ့ချက်ပဲပြလိုက်တာမတန်ကြီးကဘယ်လိုဖြစ်သွားလဲ
for KSG.
အဲ့ visit တက်
It's going to be a 1v1 between the two junglers here. Nice secure coming in from Jiha, but he will have flash going into the Tyrant fight later on.
But I mean, check the goal difference. Well, how long haven't you seen the mid laner sharing with the highest gold in this match?
ဟိုတာတယ် item တစ်ခုတာတော့တာ3တော့ပါပဲ
Privileged to see
3တော့
that.
4တော့
I
ပါ
know, right? And Shung just doing it out of the blue as we
Yeah.
pace on into the 10th-minute mark. Both of the clash names will be doing their duty.
When are we- when are we- when are we-
Silence has been one of the
ဘိုးစီကအလောက်ကမလုပ်ဘူးကွာအမှန်တမ်းပြောတာ
He will be a threat towards the backline at the very least.
And in that case, now Silence is doing all
Sure.
this pushing strategy on the side lanes and trying to make sure that they got enough time
တဲ့
to
ဘိုးစီ
reset
ဘိုးစီနည်းန
for
ည်းပါ
the
ပြ
game.
တာပြီးသွားတယ်
PSG starting off the Overlord wants to trade off with AGAL, but it has been spotted by Ron from that
10
bush.
မိနစ်ဆိုဘော်ရာကြီး
They're trying to make the Dragon Trace happen and ran at the same positioning, trying to
AG
deny
က time ရသွားပြီ
always gonna be a
သူရှိုးကဟိုရသွားပြီဟိုဟာလို့ဟိုဘောအောက်မှာချိုးနေတာတယောက်တည်း
Busy pushing in that bottom side. I
What
thought
the
Shung had it for real. LFF has to pop the ultimate to run away.
နိုင်ဝဲ final ပွဲကြီးမှာလာချိုးနေတာအောက်မှာ
Very low and has to pop them and let him echo to pop away towards safety here. But with that, I feel like AGL won the map.
အဲ့မှာစမယ်တယောက်တည်းပြင်တာတော်တော်ကြာပြီနော်ဘယ်သူမှလည်းသူ့တော့မတတ်နိုင်ဘူးဘယ်သူမှလည်းသူ့ချင်မရဘူးအဲ့လောင်းရှော့အောက်မှာဒီကောင်ချိုးမှာလောင်းရှော့
tower pushing and also the tower guarantee and also
အဲ့နေရာမှာဘော်ရာကြီးလား
coming out from
10မိနစ်ပြည့်ရတယ်ကွာတားတဲ့တင်းရကြတော့ဘာလို့လဲ
But in that point how KSG
တိုင်းအောင်ရင်တက်ကြတာ
can
ပြ
make those counter attack
ဟိုနည်းနည်းနေနေတဲ့တင်းရကြတော့ဟိုဘာလို့ရွေးရတယ်ခေါင်းနဲ့တင်းဖောက်ကိုပုံစားပြီးရမှာအဲ့ free ရှင်းတာဟိုဘာလို့ဤတို့က
Very true. We need
ကောင်းနေလို့10မိနစ်မှာတိတ်ပြီးတော့
backline. We need LFF.
တိတ်မဝင်တာကိုတိုင်းရောပဲတကောင်ကြီးစားပြီးပြီးတော့
Everybody in to find a miracle.
တိုင်းရဝင်ကောင်းနေကွာ movement speed တက်သွားမယ်အဲ damage တွေတက်သွားမယ်ဆိုတော့အန်ချိုးလို့ပေါ့
Now it's gonna be the minions, especially with the vision control. It can easily allowing those snipers to shred down the HP.
အဲ့မှာအေးအဲ့ကောင်
How Brox on towards Eno is very low.
တော်သေးရဟိုကောင်းကြီးထိုင်လို့တော့မရဘူးသလား
They need to heal up on Shung. Where else? Where did HP go?
I mean, it comes out from U's Global Marksman, right? Because Global Marksman also shares a really long attacking range, and also because
ကောင်းရှော့ထိုင်လို့တော့မရဘူးဟိုကောင်ရင်ချင်းကဝင်ချက်က
take
ကဲ4-5ပေါ်လာကြီးဒီလိုကြီးကတော့4-5 5ကတော့
Consistently use the ultimate and
PSG ပါနော်ဖူချိုးကကြတော့
on Shung. That could potentially stall.
AG က4တောင်ဆိုတော့အဲ့ဒါနှစ်ကွက်စာပါကွာ
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's potentially to see that happen, but as right now, actually, KSG tried to step in out of their high ground tower, which will make them
ကဲသူကြီးဝင်ကွာ
coming out.
They need to be careful right now. They need to give away the Crimson Golem, and the waves are coming in. The bottom wave is coming in for this really low high ground that they're trying to defend. A bit of an engage on towards the backline, but Shung, a very fancy sidestep to dodge away from the elevation.
Yes, and I do like the way how Liulong is playing right now. The Lorian is also using his long attacking range and potion down before the
ဒီပွဲမှာကွာအဲ့ Lorian မျိုး
Right, if he finds the
မြင်ကက်နေပြီပေါ့ဘာမှလည်းအသင်းမှာ effective မဖြစ်ဘူးလို့ခံစားနေရ
the game into a position where you is really fit.
free ရှင်းတဲ့နေရာမှာလည်းသုံးမဝင်
In the link, I feel these two
ဒါတွေမှာလည်းဘာမှ damage မပေးရဘူးပေးနိုင်
If
ကွာ
not, he will be taken down by those Flesh V Forged Blades. Meanwhile, Minion Waves will be cleared as
ဟိုတော့ကလောင်းရှော့ကရှောက်ပြင်း
for KSG.
I mean,
လောင်းရှော့ကရှောက်ပြင်းတာပေါ်တိုင်းရေဒီကောင်ကသူ့စီလည်းဘယ်သူမှ easy မလာတဲ့ခါကျတော့
and they're looking for the windows open for them. But first thing first, they need to make sure that they dodge all those swords coming out from Shin.
It's like playing a mini game, right? It's like, oh, you gotta dodge the most cannon blast. Oh, you gotta dodge the got in most spears here. So you gotta tread with caution here. One wrong move from you or Liu Lang might be
Yeah.
devastating.
မေဂါလန်လေးကမရသေးဘူးအောက်လဲမေဂါလန်လေးကရတော့မှာတော့ချိုးလိုက်တာပေါ့ဒါမှလည်းသူကချိုးလိုက်တယ်ဒီကောင်ကျော်သွားတယ်အနေထားရကြောင်းတော့နော် final ပွဲကြီး
It's
ဆို
gonna
တော့
be the
တော့
mini
နောက်
game
တော့
that
မ
these
ရ
two teams will be playing as we look back towards the map. 20 seconds back on both of the Shadow objectives. With a 5,000 goal lead, I don't think AGAL wants to trade with KSG. They want to seek for control and LFF.
အိုးလန်ဘူကြီးကမိဝမ်းပွဲပြီးသွားမှာတော့ဟိုကောင်ခုံပေါက်ပြီးပြရတာပေါ်တိုင်းရေတော့မကောင်းဟာ
HP has been won over by the side of AG.
ဒီဘာရတော့
That AG is forcing out the only engagement can be seen on the side of KSG, which will be this Limpul, right? You can see Limpul's ulti is always gonna be unavailable. Once they try to initiate, it's not
လေကင်းရောက်လာနေကြပါလို့
With that win on
ပြော
the
မှာ
H4,
နောက်ဆုံးတဲ့တန်းမှာတယောက်တည်းတော့ဖြစ်
objectives, both the Tyrant and both the Overlord. This is a very
နှစ်ဖက်လုံးယူလိုက်ပြီး objective နှစ်ခုနဲ့တက်လာပါကဲ
if they lose the high ground team.
ရှိုးရင်မင်းတို့ဘလို့ကားမှာလဲတစ်ဖက်ကတော့ objective နှစ်ခုနဲ့တွန်းတော့မှာ
AG trying to solidify
ဒီ
their
ကြတော့နှစ်တိုင်းတော့ပေးရမယ်လေဒီလိုကျွန်တော်
Watching
က
True finds
That's a lot,
the
Qua.
players on the side of KSG.
and I mean it seems like the
ကြည့်ဟိုအဲ့မှာနောက်မှာ Lorion ပဲကြည့်ပေါ်လိုက်ဒီကောင်ဘာတွေလုံးနေဒီကောင်စောစောတဲ့ကငါမေးဖို့တို့ဘလို့ပြရအောင်
Really low. This
အရှင်းပြေးလားအသေးကိုလည်းနည်းနည်းပါးပါစပုတ်ပေးလို့
This opens up all the tier 3
I'm not alone in it,
for the
bro,
taking
right.
coming in for the side of AG.
ဘူးလို့
but still I really like the way how Liu Lang is blocked away that snipe trying to save them for at that point
Hey, if you love
Lorion တခုလို့ကွာမင်းရတယ်ဖက်တယ်အပြောင်းလဲပြင်းမယ်ဆွဲလို့တုံးလာကိုက AG ကိုအားပေးနေပါဒါမှ Lorion က
You know, gets tagged by
ဝင်လာပြီအဲ့ဒါ Lorion လို့ခေါ်တယ်ရော့ငါ့ကို play အောင်
and this is the
နော်ကောက်စားသွားတော့ရန်ကောင်းတယ်နောက်စပယ်လေးထပ်သုံးပါဦး
They fend off an important
Oh
push
my
that's
God.
been set up by AGAL.
ဒီကောင်နေတော့ခဲနမူထောက်တာတော့လေတရားတိုးလို့မရလားဟိုတစ်ဖက်ကလေအဲဒွန်ကြီးကခေါင်းဝင်တိုးလာလို့ရှင်တော့တားကရှာပေးရပါနောက်ကအဲခဲနမူအပေပြစ်တာ အဲ့ကြောင့် Lorion ကတော့စပယ်ကိုနောက်ကချမ်းချမ်းပြီးတုံးနေတာပြောတာဒီကောင်နေဗလိန်လို့မရသူတို့ရဲ့ strategy
From Juhao has been remarkable, installing more time for you and
Huh?
Silence to scale in towards that late game. So he
5-5
brought
ပေါ်လာ
in
ကြီး
a
ဒီလို
lifeline
ပြ
in
5-5
this game number 5.
and also
Kaya
bought
nga
themselves
2-2
more
no?
time to step in out and
Abo na
don't
buhay
forget
nine
about
na.
Silence, right? Don't forget
So,
about
di
this
buhay nine
Devourer,
na
because
championship
Devourer
ma, battle
is gonna
7,
make
so.
a huge pivot when we're stepping into those
Eh, di
huge
medyo di,
engagements.
na buhay na eh, pala
Silence
yan.
is silently farming towards the late game item power spikes, right?
Don't forget about this man.
အိုးဒွန်ကြီးကိုလိုက်တာအေးအဲ့ဆိုးပြီးမှဆိုးပြီးရှော့ပါဒီမော်ရိုက်
Now there's a timer in this side.
The
of
fact that
KSG.
we're-
No Zoe, no frontline for the next upcoming 40
ကျန်တဲ့
seconds.
ကောင်တွေကဝင်မဲကောင်တစ်ကောင်မှမရှိဘူးနော်သလားဇိုးပြီးတစ်ကောင်မရှိတာဘောရာကြီးဟိုကောင်တွေကအဲ့ဒီမှာအသေးတွန်းမှာကျန်တဲ့ကောင်တွေအကုန်လုံးက
They do clear the way.
နောက်ကနေရကောင်တွေပဲဟိုကောင်တွေကတွန်းတာဆိုမြင်တော့မကောင်း
Where AGAL wants to play for the next upcoming objective here, so it's gonna be a good prep for
ရအောင်
KSG.
ဇွန်ကြီးမရှိရင်ဒီကောင်တွေဘယ်တဲ့ကိုဆိုင်လို့မရဘူးကျန်
There's time for them
ကောင်တွေဘက်မှာကွာသလားအဲ့လိုဂျန်ဂလာကလည်း
what they're gonna
ဟို
do.
ကြံချင်းစော်တွေတွားလို့ဝင်လာမှာကွာအန်တန် ကြံဘူကြီးကလည်းတိုးမှာပဲ
So that's going to be some kind of distraction to Juhao. Juhao will be absent from
Oh my god ဟိုမှာလောင်ဆိုးတဲ့ဓာတ်မှုကိုကြည့်ပါဦးဒီပြစ်တက်ပဲဖြစ်နေတာအေးမလို့ဖြစ်နေဘူး
Back to
ကြံဘူ
Poppy.
ကြီးက
Does Liu Lang get the first engage, or does you get the big damage output, or does Shove
ကဲဇိုးကြီးပြန်ထွက်လာပြီဇိုး
keep
ကြီး
it going? All these are things that we need to figure out as we
ဇိုး
go.
ကြီးရှိမှအားတို့ AGD ကနိုင်ပါရေး
Oh, it's coming getting in and trying to make a solo kill happen, and that was really close.
Late game floorboard market is up and
ဘလုံးက damage တွေထွက်လာပြီနော်ဘောလာကြီးဟိုကောင်တွေက better sign နေပြီ
Equal footing as of this point. Silence is gonna be scary. You is gonna be scary.
ဘောလာကြီးချင်းကို upside down ဖြစ်သွားတာဟေးအနေထား
Just pivot, right? Actually, for both
သူ
compositions,
တို့ကအသေးလိုက်မှနေပြီ
vision control will win the advantage.
It's true, and the vision line has been
ကဲ28မိနစ် objective တွေပြန်ပေါ်ဖို့က
run.
နော်ဒီတစ်ခေါက်ကတော့ဘောလာကြီးတို့ရေ overload ကြားရင်တော့ကောင်းမယ်တဲ့
He did burn the bridge charge, so that
အဲ့မဲ့လည်းလိုချင်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အခုလုံးတော့မရနိုင်တော့ဘူး
What they're doing right now in the gorge is trying to make some trades happen. It's gonna be
flash ပါပေးရတာနော်ဘောလာကြီး
flash coming in from
Bro,
both
damn it,
sides.
show lang. Bro, ayan.
Available
Oh.
Jihao. He's being caught out.
ဒါပဲကွာရှိုက်တော့ဘောလာကြီး
5 in favor of AGAL. They are setting
ဟုတ်တယ်ရိုင်းရမှာမဟုတ် objective လောက်ရမှာဘောင်းနေဟိုကပဲထည့်ယူတာ iron မထည့်ယူတာ
going for that shadow overlord. I don't think he can trade this.
Yeah, I mean like
overload မလုပ်တော့ဘူးနဲ့တူတယ်ဟောနေလုံးမှာ overload အုပ်လိုက်ပြီးသွားလုံးမှာဟေး
Just check out AG synergy, right? Just before the tyrant spawn, they just got knocked up this
ဒီတကောက်ကမှတပည့် objective နဲ့လာလို့ရှိရင်တော့သွားပြီ
Zoe has been so consistent on this.
TLC တို့ဘယ်လိုကားမလဲ
He's the front line of the team.
ဟောနေအောက်လမ်းတော့ပေးထားပြီးသွားပြီကွာ
Room for Yino and Shung to do damage, and then that's not all.
တန်တဲ့တိုင်တွေကလည်းတွေးရရော့နေ
As well.
It's the trust between
ဝင်လာပြန်
and
ပြီ
also the sniper
ဝင်လာကြောက်စရာကြီးကွာဂျွန်ကြီးကတိုင်နေတွေပါဝင်တိုးနေ
Marching in towards the mid lane here from the side of AG.
အဲ့ပြဿနာဒွန်ပဲလားဒွန်ကြီးကြောက်သွားရင်ဟိုကောင်တွေအကုန်ပြန်ဆုတ်သွားတာဘယ်မှဆိုင်လို့မရအောင်အဲ့ဒွန်ကြီးကိုဒီကောင်တွေကျွန်တာပဲဖြစ်အဲ့လိုမလုပ်မှရမှာဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့လိုဒွန်ကြီးကျွန်လို့မရအောင်တော့ကိုရ AG ကိုအားပေးနေ
remake that motion happen.
Last time it was Jihao finding an important catch on towards Yinluo. Now with the Overlords marching in from all angles. What is the play? Starchaser has been used by the side of Yinluo. He's looking for a bit of a poke, but they have escorted that play. Yinluo is going very low. That is going to be a 45 for the next 43 seconds for the side.
စပယ်တွေရှောင်ချက်က9လောက်ရှိရေဘော်ရာကြီးနှစ်သိန်းလုံးကကြောက်လို့ကောင်းတယ်စပယ်တွေရှောင်သွား
I do like where how
What the fuck, man, you
AG is pushing on the top
Bro,
right
they're
now
going
because
all
they
in,
know
they got to do it,
they're
bro.
solidifying their advantage on the top right by taking those high ground tower in such a secure
all in
place.
le lan လေးကြံဒါပေမဲ့ LLN အဖြစ်ပါ
At
လေ
the time, right?
ဒီငကားနဲ့
Sure
ပဲ
that he's gonna escape
Oh,
away from
sure.
the first. It's gonna be Devara coming in.
ပြီးသွားပြီ no
Being triggered. It's gonna be Miyue
Devara
using his ulti to force all those
Devara, no,
members
yeah,
to
man,
get
away.
back. It's gonna be the Vanguard on their way. Yue is still holding it up, hiding a bit, dodge the stun coming out from this monster, but still AG is chasing in. And it's
Oh,
gonna be
AD are gone,
on the top
wow.
side. It's gonna be the resurrection again coming
Yeah,
out.
no.
It's gonna be Evo take that Devara down. It's gonna be a
ကဲဒီတဝဲကိုကြည့်မယ်ဟဲ့ဒီတဝဲကိုကြည့်မယ်ဟဲ့
AG.
And still
Oh,
AG
it's all.
and minions marching
Fuck,
towards
I leave
Yinluo
her.
for the aggressive engage. His eyes set on for the crystal here.
Oh.
LFM is fighting for this engage, but he will
ပြီးသွားအရန်မိုးကြီးပြီးသွားပြီနောက်တော့ပြီးသွားပြီဒါပဲကွာ Game fight ကိုတော့ AD ရဲ့နိုင်ဟောပြီဗျာ Oh my god ဒီကောင်ကြီးဟင်းအောင်ကြီးတော်ဆိုရကြီးကြဆော့သွားတာဟေးဒါတော့မဲ့ဒွန်ကြီးကတစ်ခါပဲသိရတယ်လားအဲ့တစ်ခါသိရချင်းတာရေးလေဒီကောင်ကြီးပြန်မကန်
Precisely and
ဒွန်ကြီးမရှိရင်ဒီကောင်ကြီးဘာမှမဟုတ်ဘူး
Show Gaming are at
AD က Oh my god အဲ့ဒွန်ကြီးကရှေ့ကတူနောက်ကနေပြီးတော့ဂန်မုံကစပယ်တွေလိုက်ထောက်နေတယ်ဒီကောင်ကြီး
match point right now is AG.
လုံးဝဟိုရောက်ကြီးကုချိုးကလေးကြီးကလုံးဝပဲတဲ့ဆိုင်လို့မရတာဟုတ်လား
For their
I don't mind.
cabinet.
ရင်ချင်းကဒီကောင်အဲ့လိုမျိုးအစမ်းစီယန်ဆက်ဆံဝင်လာပြီးတော့ဒီမက်စမန်ကိုပေါ့နော်ခေါင်းလျှော့လာတက်သေးတာပေါ့
that you're gonna take it out four
Oh my
bulky
god.
arrows in one side.
ဘယ်တယ်ကြီးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်
Pure
စိတ်ကောင်းတာ
trust
လော
that
ရီ
you can see.
အဲ့တစ်ခေါက်ပဲနောက်ပိုင်းကျတော့တောက်လျှောက်ပုတ်လာပြီပဲ
This is the start of
Where we can
everything,
do
right?
our thing
LFM
as
being
well.
the first target to be taken down. Ultimate
အဲ့မှာကွာဂန်နမုံကဖလက်ကြီးနဲ့တွဲပြီးတော့ခုံမှုပြစ်လိုက်တာကြီးကျုံ
towards the side of you, and that was just the
ဒါတော့
start of
ဟို
this
မီး
race.
ရွယ်မားသွားတဲ့ပတ်တယ်အဲ့ပတ်တယ်မားသွားဒီကောင်တွေ AG ကျွန်တော်ဒုက္ခရောက်သွား
And also their vision control allowing them to do so.
မိုးစီ AD က
kind of push the
ဒီ
game
မှာဘော်ရိုက်အပြည့်မိသွားဆိုတော့နောက်ဆုံးပတ်တယ်တစ်ခုလာပဲရှိတယ်ကျန်တဲ့ပတ်တယ်တွေဟာမိုးစီကနော် AD တုံးတာနဲ့ဖြတ်ခံရတာ
Side of Yinluo, they found the side of Zoe and the
ဟာဒုံကြီးလျှော့ဝိုင်းဒုံကြီးလျှော့သွားတယ်ဒီကောင်လုံးဝဆိုင်လို့မရဘူးဒုံကြီးပြန်လာမှဆိုင်
Zoe
လို့ရ
with this catch was just impeccable. But if you want to know more, let's pass it over to the panel for
။ဟုတ်ပါဒီပတ်တယ်ကြီးကဘာမှမတက်နိုင်
Well, it's another game that finishes here in around 20 minutes. However, this is the first
Oh
time
my
we've seen
God,
one of these
right.
two teams
။အော်တော့ဘွေးက10မိနစ်လောက်စောင့်
in a row, and the elation.
။ကဲအဲ့တော့သူကအခုက game 6ဖြစ်သွားပြီကွာ။ game 6ဆိုတော့
should
Okay,
be
yeah.
testament
AG
enough to
ကဒီ
how
ပွဲနိုင်
important
လို့
that
ရှိရ
is.
င်
Match point
Champion
now
ဖြစ်
for
ပြီ
AG.
ဦးဆောင်ပွဲနိုင်လို့ရှိရ
They
င်
are our title defenders, and they are one game away
ဟုတ်
from
ဘူးဆို
doing it.
လို့ရှိရင်
We have
ငါ
been
တို့
here
တော့
before. AGAL one step away.
PSGကကြတော့
from
နှစ်ပွဲ
taking the
နိုင်တာ
trophy to be
အခု
back-to-back champions. I do believe that KSG still has
AGA
space
က
right over
ဘယ်
there
ပွဲ
that we're
သုံး
going
ပွဲ
to
ဖြစ်
break
သွား
down for you as we
That's okay,
move
right,
forward. I'm telling you, I don't think that this
Oh
is
my
going to end up
God,
in 4-2.
AGA
I have
the
the
way
feeling
I
that
know,
we're going to
yeah.
go to Game 7.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
just
hoping-
my feeling.
Yeah, I think we have the same feeling. I'm hoping for that to happen, if anything,
Yeah.
because again, we want to see the drama, if you will. We want to go to the ultimate battle. But
drama ကြည့်ကြဘာ drama မှမ
the way
ကြည့်
that
ကြ
they're
ဘူးဒါ
able
ကို
to
ယ့်ဘက်ကို
play
တယောက်တည်း
also
ကြည့်ငါတို့
shows-
AG နိုင်တာပဲလို့တယ်
Yeah. Did not die a single time. He was sniping everybody.
I think that was
Okay,
just
MVP
for
ကကူကြပါ
AGAL to open
Zoe
the game,
ဘော
right?
Zoe
Like
မ
just
ရ
how
ဘူးလား
accurate Sean
Zoe
was
ကဘယ်လို
in
ကြည့်ရ
that cannon mode. Like it's not even about the fact that he got the kills. The opening of the game, he comes in and then with the blades takes one jungle camp, takes a second jungle camp, a third jungle camp, and that is just money that goes into his pocket.
objective တွေ
taking
လည်း
it
တောက်
away
လျှောက်
from
နော်
Jihao.
AG က objective တွေအကုန်သိမ်းတာနော်ပထမဦးဆုံး first objective ကိုပဲကွာ
He
ကောင်း
was
နေ
stealing
အဲ့လို
from everybody, if you will.
trade လိုက်တာဟို
And,
ဘက်တစ်ခုဒီ
again,
ဘက်
he
တစ်ခု
didn't even die at the last
နောက်ပိုင်း
minute.
objective တွေအကုန်လုံးလို့တပည့်တပည့်ရှိပါကွာလာ direct ကိုအရင်ဆုံး
It
ရှိ
is
တယ်
such
ကြည့်
a
ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရ
difficult
င်
hero to play, man. Not
အုပ်လိုက်ပြီး
everyone
သွား
is
ပြီး
just
တော့
built like that you can
ဘက်က
say, oh, yeah,
overload
I'm just
သွား
gonna
တက်
put
တယ်
cannon mode
မူစီကကြတော့
for
ဒီရှင်
the
ကြည့်
grand
ပြီးတော့
final of the
ဒီ
tournament.
ဒွန်ကြီးကအရန်မာနေတဲ့ခါကျတော့ဟိုကောင်နဲ့ဝင်လာလို့မရဘူးဒွန်ကြီးကိုချလို့ရှိရင်နောက်ကဂန်နာမိုးကကြတော့စပယ်တွေကချိန်လုံးသုံးတာတိတိမတိတိသုံးတာဂန်နာမိုးကြီးက
Maybe it is a good time to surrender because that would
ဒီ
be
ကတော့တိတိမတိတိပြစ်နေတာဆိုတော့ကွာလေဒါပေမဲ့ထိလည်းထိပါတယ်ကောင် damage တွေကကိတ်ထွက်ပဲ
So at the end of the
ရန်
day,
ပိုကြီးလို့
you
ပေါ့
love
လား
to
တိတော့ကတေး
see
မှုဖြစ်သွားတယ်
new picks coming up, but you love even more to see
the reactions when people realize that you are close to making something important, and that is right there. With family realizing that they are towards their son go back to back as a champion in France at EWC. What a special moment. And I know Holler, there's so many moments that come down this result that we've got. Let's break
the first clip here as we go in. This is again, you know, it's that focus fire where they were trying to take it out. LFF, it seemed like he got caught out, but look at the blades. Shung the slice, getting the double kill. It was all value for him.
Come on, it is just the opening of the game. Do you really want to give the Cannonball a double kill? Because you know that he just starts snowballing really quickly. LFF tries to go for the turret dive, try to get the advantage. It doesn't work.
It's going to be most of these things, but this is actually, I believe, where they were able to get the final jump in. They end up taking down Yunho on this one. They were able to kind of weather the storm. KSG, yes, they were behind the scenes. They tried to pull out as much as possible. It was a very difficult aspect. The problem is just the compositions, right? Thinking about this composition that we have from AGA. The good thing that they have is they can both. So it means that they can clear wave very quickly. On the other side for KSG, nobody could clear the minions. And that's why they couldn't just defend their hero for a little bit longer. That someone would jump in to try to clean the minions, disappear from the map immediately.
You can see the pressure that needed to happen. I think the big moment for me that I witnessed was their all of a sudden you in the game, Juhao flashes in, finds the kill, and it kind of delays to the point where you say, maybe we do get another Tempest. Maybe we buy some more time. It was a day late and a dollar short. However, it was an indicator of how their lineup wanted to play and find success, which was this very specific yet valuable way when they can get that was carrying the team. The way that he was able to pounce on forward, he ended up like 3-1-0. He was kind of putting them or giving them a chance. But then once that happened, the wheels again and it was again AGAL in the end.
I do believe that the key moment in here is in the beginning when they decide to AGAL to take that Miyue. So they decide to take the Miyue just as a counter against the Devara, right? And then since Miyue is going to be over there at the clash lane, then what happens is that Miyue takes the red buff first. So then the Devara does not have access to the red buff. The Miyue has the advantage. The clash lane, and then you have priority for Ino just to slowly just keep farming, keep pushing, going all the way into the high ground. And that's
the strategy, right? I'm basically forcing KSG to do what I want, right? By being able to dictate things, stealing things across the map, so that they don't really have that farm. They were not comfortable in this one.
Setting the early tempo, AGAL found that to be successful on both occasions. They also learned from the mistakes where even though they got that early lead, and I think it was game number 1, they weren't able to turn it around into a victory. KSG pushed that back out, but it's been 1-1. It's been 1-1, and now we finally see a team win 2 games in a row, and that's AGAL. And gentlemen, if they win here, we won't come back to stage till we see Inoue lift that trophy again. What does that mean? What is this moment here? How do they capitalize on doing what they came here to do in front of their fans?
I am telling you, if they're able to come in and then just to finish it, I hope that it's not going to be only for Inoue, for the 5 of them. It's going to be such a it's just going to be so special just to have all the fans flying all the way from all over the world, because I've been talking to people over there in the audience. They're from everywhere right now.
Yeah, everywhere. In the stands here, I mean, Kwashu Gaming have their own fans as well, but I think that overall, it's been a lot of energy to AGAL. They've got the drums, they got the, the panda was walking around. I mean, they got everything at the stage.
We talk about buffs and parent buffs and kid buffs and family buffs. They're real, in my opinion. And, front row and center, the entire tournament, we've seen Inoue's family, and that's just maybe a small thing to pull back onto the big picture, which is that AGL, if they win, this place would erupt. But KSG have found a way to bounce back. They will take a mile. I know the players, I know the coaches, they do have a plan. They're young.
They want
This is a
something.
big
They're
idea.
not gonna come all the way to Europe.
အိမ်
Just to
မှာ
go
ဆော့
and
အဆင်ပြေသွားတယ်ကွာ
KSG have to all in.
ဒါတော့ဒါကြီးက
They
တိတိ
cannot
ကျကျ
act like they have another
တော့
game.
တိတ်လမိုင်းကတ်တယ်
AGL
ယူတယ်
have to
အပါ
realize that if they don't do it, they're
ခု
still
ဒါ
in
ကြီးက
game
လုံးဝ
seven,
အဲ့
so
လို
that
အင်
could
ဒိန်း
affect
နဲ့
the
မှာ
draft.
ကွာလို့
It's
ကွန်ဖိုင်ယာ
for
ဖြစ်
sure
တယ်
gonna be
ကိုယ့်အကူဆော့
KSG.
နေတာ
You're
တော့
talking
ရကြ
about the youth of this
ဒါ
team.
ကြီးနဲ့
They're
နောက်တော့
gonna
မှ
go
နှစ်ပွဲသုံးပွဲ
ruthless
ဆော့
regardless
တာ
of the outcome. But again, they need to show up. It's a best of one.
အဲ့ဂိုက်တူတယ်ဘာကြီးဆိုဒီကိုကိုသိရလေးညှောက်ပြီးနေတာကွာဆိုတော့ခါကျသိ
And for the call,
ညံပေါ့နော်ကိုသိရအချက်လေးရှိတယ်ဂိုက်တူပြရတယ်
let's send it over
ဒါ
to
ဒီဂိုက်
Saki.
ကျွန်မဲ့ဘောကြီးအထင်မသေးပါနဲ့ဘောကြီးတို့အဲ့
We
လို
are back once again.
Easy
and we
ချက်လက်
will
ဒီ
be
ပါမယ်ပေါ့
finding
โอเค
out soon
စပြီဗျာ
whether or not
ဒီ
KSG
က89လို့ရှိရင်တော့
push us to a game
ချန်ပီယံဖြစ်မှာ
seven. For now,
Let's
Nora,
go bro
AGL, they are looking strong, just like what the panel said. They want back-to-back games to push it to a match point here at Game 6.
And especially they are
ဒီကောင်နေနဲ့ဂျင်းနဲ့ပိုင်းကိုတော့ဒဲ့ပန်းတာ
so
ပြ
they're
လား
gonna all for it and also for KSG.
I'll
That's
let
the
you go,
most fun part when we are reaching a score like a 3-2 because no saving cards. If you pull all the cards that you have, right, bring it to the ultimate battle. Everything will be set up as
Yo,
the
yeah, boy,
original
I-
one.
Yes, you reset the picks, you go into a blind draft, you don't know what your opponent picks, and you have to structure your own draft and
You
trust
give me a-
yourself in the ultimate battle.
You
But we'll
stop
see
it,
that talk
yeah.
later as we go
ဘ
into
က်က
the
ဒေါ်
draft.
လီယာရဲ့ဂျင်းဂျင်း
The Yang Jian Dolia being picked up by
Yang Jian,
AGL.
Yang
It's
Jian.
looking good.
This duel is so classic, right? I just prioritize that definitely Zoe will have his power pike earlier than Juhao because you can see if Juhao had a really
တန်ကလာတော့ဟိုဘက်ဒီဘက်ပြောင်းကန်ကြ
he's
ပြီ
gonna
ဟို
do
ဘ
well
က်
in
ပွဲ
the
တော့
mid
ဟို
game.
ဘက်က
But
ကန်
on the
နေ
other side,
တန်ကလာယူဒီဘက်ကယူ
this
လိုက်တာ
time KSG is giving the ball to Yu and also to Liu Lang.
And so far, the KPL teams, they have a 100% win rate on Kaiser. This pick has not
100%
lost a single
win rate
game
on
every
Kaiser
time
တဲ့
KSG
ဘောရာကြီး
or
ဆဲလာတော့
AGL
မသိဘူး
selected
နော်
it. So coming
တိုင်ပွဲ
into
တစ်
this
လျှောက်
grand
လုံးမှာ
final, if the
ကိုင်ဇာ
statistics
ကိုင်နဲ့
don't
ပွဲတာကို
close,
နိုင်လာတာ KSG က
maybe this is KSG's miracle pick on towards Juhao.
And also, it feels like they're trying to play the same style that AG just did in the last game because it
Lu
also
ý là
let
vô lý
Kaiser to bring
chứ.
all those vision
Cái gì
control
vậy?
and let
Mà cái nó
Mark
ở lượt
to
phải.
do those poking damage
နောက်
for
ကျွန်
him.
တော်မာကိုပူ
Yeah,
လူလို့သတ်
definitely
မှာ
have to,
လို့
right? Like you form that
လောရာ
one
လို့
brick
ပြော
wall,
လို့အဲဒီမိချာတဲ့ကောင်
moving
ကိုထွက်လာ
together
တယ်
for
ဟုတ်ဘူး
you
နော်
and also Liu Lang to do consistent
Yeah,
damage
yeah.
here. So everyone will be locked in here for the side of Yino. It's gonna be an okay lane at the very least. You on the Alien, he won't be
NLDP
able
ကို
to
ဘန်း
buy
လို
the
က်တယ်
first
သိကောင်း
card
တယ်ဘောရာ
embrace
ကြီး
to
ရ
fight against a magical damage output.
ဟိုဘက်က
So the
NLDP
lane
နဲ့
is
ကိုင်
definitely
ဇာကြီးနဲ့
gonna
ဝင်
be
လာလို့ရှိရင်ဒီကောင်
torturing
ဘလောက်မှမ
for
ဟုတ်
you. And also, it also means that they need something spicy on the top, right? Maybe a Byron will be
ဘူးအသင်းလုံးမှာ
possible
အခု
on the
ချိန်
side
ဒီ
of
ဟို
KSG, but they
ဝင်
already
ဖမ်းမဲ့
used
ကောင်
that.
မပါဘူးစတန်လုံးလုံးလောက်မပါသေးဘူးနော်
for Ron in that clash lane. Maybe for the side of KSG, there's still the picks like the Fatih, the Charlotte, those are still
banning,
available.
banning.
You know those two
KSG
picks.
ဘာဘန်းပါ
It
လဲ
screams silence because those are carry picks where he's
ကို
known.
ကြီးပန်း
So
ပါ
that's the reason why AG is denying this specific pick, which only may be a potential
Yeah, bam, bam,
Ambrosia we may
die,
see
yeah.
in this game.
Well, there's still the Charlotte, there's still the Ambrosia.
He's all right, you
bad
damn
boy as
right.
well. That's the pressure and stress when you are playing the global ban pick. There's like what?
ဒီဘာကကိုရီစီမှာဆိုတော့ ram မှာလို့ပါတယ်ဘောလိုက်ပဲ ram နဲ့တော့မသိဘူးကိုရီဆော့ရ ram မှာဆိုတော့ဒီဘာက
only need to know how to play the game.
စီတီတာတာမဟုတ်
very
ဘူး
very large hero.
စီတီတာတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးအဲ့လိုအရင်တောက်ပါတယ်ပြီး
Exactly.
တော့
And
ပါ
speak of the hero pool, Haya is definitely gonna be the
Ah,
one
right, bah, lah,
because
yeah.
that Haya can easily initiate and also deny this Kaiser from the front of KSG side. I'm looking for a potential shallow play for silence because it's
Yes,
one of
Ibaga.
his signature hero and also because they are
နည်းတော့
trying
travel
to
ဖြစ်
turn
သွား
it
ပြီ
to
အဲဟာရာ
that
ပါလာလို့ရှိရင်ပထမပိုင်းမှာတော့လေဒီကောင်အဲ့လို
But Quay?
အဲ့ဒီနဲ့ဝင်ဖမ်းပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရ
Very
င်
interesting.
It's a KSG
Up
tradition.
here,
I
up
know
here,
it's not the
yo.
same roamer, and I know
Okay.
LFF is new.
စားရစားရ
But
ဒီကောင်
they
တွေ
see
တွေ့
what
ဖို့
Quay
စားရ
can
မ
do
လို့
for
ကြည့်လိုက်
Fight Show Gaming,
ဟာရာယူ
and it's
ပြပြ
coming
နဲ့ကောင်တွေ
down
လိုက်ဖမ်းတာ
to
မဟုတ်
this
သေးသေးကောင်တွေလိုက်ဖမ်းတာ
We
ရော
want to see
ဟောစား
how this Quay can actually set up for KSG. If you can land hooks on towards the
အို
side
း
of
ဘောရာ
the
ကြီးခေါင်းကူကြီး
Yangtze.
ပါတယ်ငါဒီကောင်ပစ်လိုက်တာပြီးတော့ဒီခေါင်းကူကြီး
Yeah, I mean definitely, and the thing is that we used to see Quay
တို့တော့တေးကြတယ်ငါတို့
right?
ဂျိုဗီကညံချင်းကြိုက်ပြီးတော့ချန်ကဲဆော့မှာနော်
upon the
ငါတို့
enemy who's being put back. But
အေဂျီမှာ
check
ဂျိုဗီက
out,
ကောင်း
when- if we just scrutinize KSG's composition, there's no sufficient burst of damage can be seen into this stage.
We need to hope for the
Ay,
greater
yeah, yeah.
good. At the very least,
Chang'e
use
ထွက်မှာ
those hooks, make it into your advantage. If you can land multiple hooks, on Yinor, on Torstrai, on
What
that
do we
goal,
do?
maybe, just
Die.
maybe,
Can't
Guangzhou
do it.
Gaming can push it to an ultimate battle game 7.
But
Okay,
I think
what are
the
you?
question mark is
Daro,
definitely put it
you
on
said
that
that.
Wei pick, and also question mark is poked
You
out
said
the
that.
result
Who are
of
AGR
today's
3.9
game 6. Will
Video
it
game
be
ah,
into
na boy
the
nine
ultimate
ah,
battle, or
Daro,
will
you said
AG just
Ah,
still
well, na boy
finding
ah.
their title?
So
AG9
Nora,
တော့
this from
champion ဖြစ်
KPL.
သွားပြီ
Alright.
ရှိုးနိုင်သွားရင်တော့
什么？
颠不颠？
颠不
ဒီလို
颠？
တော့ final ရဲ့ final game ကိုကြည့်ရမှာပါနော်
颠不颠？
The crowd wants it. The crowd wants an ultimate battle here. So we
I
need to
honor
see
him.
whether
How do they keep it?
KSG can pull it up. They have the crowd energy. They want it to be an ultimate battle. And with the draft set and lock, we will be going into Heroes Gorge, potentially the last time, unless KSG can find a miracle here. in
AG
Game 6 of our
AG
grand finals in
မာ
honor
သ
of
င်းအား
King World
ပါ
Cup
လာလို့ရှိရင်တော့
26.
ဒီကိုပွဲမြန်မာပွဲအစဆုံးအဲ့လိုထိုက်ပြီးတော့အားပြီးဖို့ပါဒါမြန်မာပွဲရမပါဘူး
For a favorite team.
MLB မှာပဲမြန်မာတွေကအဲ့လိုပွဲရပါကဲကျန်ခဲ့ကူတာနော်ပေါ်လာမှာဆောင်းကူရအောက်ကနေအားပေးတဲ့တက်တွေရှိုးလာပေါ်လာကြီး
The rumble's up, the tension's out there, and it's gonna be the game for these two teams.
Stakes has
လဲလဲ
never
နေအောင်တော့
been
စပယ်
higher,
EU တွေဆို
Nora.
အမဟာရအခုတော့မြန်တော့ဟာရဖိရှင်းတာမြန်
And they want to
အမ
make
ကြ
sure that it
ဒီ
ends
ဝါကြ
here
တော့လူလ
right
မ်း
here,
ပတ်
right
မြန်
here. A
တော့
bit of a debate here coming in from KSG. They do take away the fire beat from the side of AG.
Right now,
Yeah,
we
we
can
got
see
that.
who
Easy to
knows
get it
the
all.
World Cup.
Target we are.
It can be a little bit difficult if you
We
want
got
to
it,
confront Byron in such an early stage, especially during the lanings.
One of the strongest clash lane laners.
Only yeah,
that is
Daniel.
Byron. So for Ron, he's very self-sufficient in that top lane. That's why you see Shuai. He's just following.
I don't know, Daniel Shin, right? Definitely quite a phone, right?
Young Jin carry pick.
တော်ရ
And
ဟာအ
also
ကုန်ကုန်
speaking
ဟာ
of the bottom laning, you
အဲ့
can
တော့
see Ino is
အောက်လမ်းကို
actually
လာပတ်
trying
ပြီး
to
အေးဝင်ဒီလာပတ်တာတစ်ဖက်ကခေါင်းကူးရတယ်လာအောက်လမ်းမှာစုံတော့မှာဒီကောင်တွေကြည့်အောက်လမ်းအကုန်လာချင်းဒီပုံမှာကြည့်လိုက်
Unlike
Kaiser လည်းလာပြီ
Ino, a very
ခေါင်းကူးတိုင်းခေါင်းကူးရဆွဲမှာရှော့ဘလက်ကြီးနဲ့ဆွဲပြလိုက်တာအေးအဲ့ဒါချန်နေပါဝါတာဇိုးပြီးရှော့ What the fuck?
That we talked about, Yadora.
Oh my god ဖလက်နဲ့ဆွဲပြတာဘောရာကြီး performance အဲ့ဒါပဲ final game မှာကြတာ
He's wanting for his solo kill, but it's still too early on in towards this game itself. But that's the play
Oh
coming in
my
from PSG.
god အဲ့မှာဆွဲချက်ကိုလည်းကြည့်ပါဦးကွက်တီလေဘောရာကြီးအမှရောက်လာတာမူဝါတော့
Skill 2 flash was just beautiful.
I got you a fuck love,
and
boy.
the crowd
Sorry.
really loves it. So this gives KSG a comfortable early game. At the very least, you know you're putting Zoe behind in that farming tempo.
Yes, they're
Zoe,
trying
Zoe,
to
Zoe,
cut
what are
off
you
the
doing?
farming pace,
No, nine,
away
fly
from
out.
AG
Oh,
side.
no, I'll
And
beat
also,
that.
you can see the
ဟာ
number.
တောင်းဘူးကြီးကတစ်ချက်ဆွဲတစ်ခါပဲ
After
sorry ပဲ
LFF is not missing these holds right now.
And you know what? LFF is so
I got
new,
to draw
not
him.
only to the
I
stage,
found
but
him
also
so
to
out.
the team. Actually, in
They
this
did
game,
let
he
him.
was first picked up by
They did
AG,
let him
right?
out like
So
a whole-
in the summers
back in the
season,
answer, I will like
he
that.
just rotated to KSG, and this is the first season he ever debuted in this
ဟဲ့
stage.
ပြောတော့မှဂျေကြီးကောက်လဲတာကြီးရတယ်
Potential is just amazing.
အမလေး
And
အမလေး
young
တန်းဆွဲ
but scrappy.
Young but scrappy, but we love it. We love to see how they fight around these objectives, and LFF has been showing pretty good hooks thus far.
And right now, he's taking the vision around the riverside and trying to
ကဲ
threaten
ဂိမ်းကတော့နည်းနည်းတော့ငြိမ်
AG's
သွားပြီ
positioning.
ဆို
But
တော့
we're
ဟို
back
တော့
into
သူ
the
တော့
farming
ကျင်း
tempo
နေတာ
here. Like we say, we always love to see what Sheng has for that early gameplay. So he's pacing himself in towards this top lane bush, maybe finding some trouble against Silence on that Charlotte.
I mean, definitely they are trying to pressure it on.
ရိုင်းလို့လို့ရှင်
this top
objective
lane.
ထွက်လာမှာပဲနောက်တက် bit fight အော်ခေါ်လိုက်ပြီဟာရာဟာရာခေါ်တာငါတို့မမြင်ရ
It
အောင်
seems like the damage out there.
အမြင်ရမြင်ရဟိုမှာ
All the members coming in from AGL, they are
ရောက်လာပြီအုပ်လိုက်ကြီးအောင်ကြီးပေါ်လာနဲ့ရိုက်မှာဟိုဘက်ဒီဘက်အမ flash တွေခုံ
towards the backside. He's looking for a play.
Sure.
Finds the side of Silence in a 1v4 situation.
So it's gonna be a
ရိုင်းဆိုရင်တော့ game 7ကပေါ်လာတော့မယ်နေသားရှိတယ်
Everything went so chaotic on the top side of the map.
But I still like it, right? AGL, they
ဟိုလိုတော့မရအောင် AG ဘာလို့မလဲစောင့်ကြည့်ရအောင်
wasted 4 members.
ဒီလို game ကရောတယ်မှာမနေကြီးအမ
if you
ဟို
want us out of AG.
And it's all because of the synergy that they had, right? Led Haya to landing his ulti and drag the most squishy part on the
ကဲ
top side.
ပထမဆုံး objective လေးတော့စတင်နေပြီ
This opens up the tyrant freely for side AGL. The steal won't come true as it
Yeah,
goes
do
over
yeah,
the side
right.
of AG.
They know that they still
job,
have
bro.
a winning lane at the bottom, so they are just trying to secure every tyrant on neutral objectives that they can gain to.
လာခေါင်းကူးရဆွဲမှာခေါင်းကူးရဆွဲမှာ
KSG is still looking really well. I think this is because Zoe suffered that one death in towards that
Good
early
lah.
game.
Yeah.
So that's their
ဒေါ်လီယာလေးကချုပ်နေမှာတော့ပိုးမနေရဟိုဘက်ကလည်း rain
They need
ချိန်မမီတော့တဲ့ rain မှာတော့ပိုးနေ
late game carry. They need silence to be that
လက်စင်
late
ကြီး
game
က
monster.
ဆွဲလို့ပါအောင်
But
တော့
as
ဝ
you mentioned, time is
Ikaw ka,
exactly
Dan.
what
Biyaro.
KSG need right now. But how they're gonna bring it into the late game, that depends on LFF.
Yeah, LFF 002 on that KDA, still 100%.
ကဲဒေါ်လီယာလေးကတော့ vision ပေါ်လာကြီး
Oh, he's waiting.
Was in the bush. He's inside.
Fishing.
He might be hooked here by the side of LFF. LFF finds out one more
ချုံ
shot.
လေးကရုပ်တရက်ထွက်လာ Oh my god
Still is able to survive. Lula has no
You
time.
what? Man, I'm sure.
Shot. That's gonna be from Zoe. That's gonna be the first pick.
အာဘီကိုင်သားကြီးဝင်လာပြီကိုင်သားကြီးဝင်လာပြီကိုင်သားကြီးက နားနေပြီနားနေပြီဒါမှသွေးလည်းမလျော့ပါလားရော့ရော့ Oh.
But does he get the engage though? No.
ကိုင်သားကြီးကအရန်တိုးတယ်ဘော်ဒါကြီးကိုလုံးဟောတွင်းနေပြီဝင်လာတော့ကောင်းတယ်ကွာဘီယို flash နဲ့ Oh my god ကိုင်သားရိုက်တာမှဘီယိုနဲ့ရိုက်ပြီဘီယိုကြီးကိုတွန်းထုတ်လိုက်တာတိုင်နေကို Oh my god ဘော်ဒါကြီးအဲ့ကိုင်သားကြီးကအရန်ကောင်းတာ
5 versus 5 team fight in 5 minutes at the bottom.
sorry ပဲအဲ့ဒါဘီယွန်နော်
But this is all about fighting it out.
ငါတောင်းတာပဲ
That's because we are stepping into
Oh, I bet they- I need you, bro.
final stage of the final right now, right? Because it's the match point for AG. They're giving
ဒီကောင်နေနည်းနည်းလေးပဲသလားနည်းနည်းလေးပဲအဲ့လိုတပည့်လေးတစ်ခုနှစ်ခုလွဲသွားတယ်ဘယ်တယ်မှာနော်
You can see like they won't give it up.
အဲ့တော့သွားတာ
Even
ပဲ
though only a slight opportunity is there for them to get it back.
I am loving the aggression coming in for both of these
ဆွဲမှာ
teams
ဒီ
here.
ခုဆွဲမှာဒီမှာဆွဲလို့မရဘူးဘော်ဒါကြီးမဆွဲတဲ့တိမ်မှာမဟုတ်
Looking for those plays. For the side of AGAL is about Shung and also the side.
ဝင်လာပြီဘော်ဒါကြီး
But you taking so much damage here. He has to give
အေးဝင်လည်းကြည့်တာဘာမှမဟုတ် level 1 or level 2တစ်ချက်ရိုက်တာနဲ့အဲ့ဒီပြစ်လိုက်တာနဲ့တွေ့တော့ရော
and Youngjin pick, right? Because the double ulti that Youngjin has, allowing him to be very dominating.
ဂျန်ကဲကွာဖတ်အောင်
I
ဂျန်
think
နဲ့
that is going to be one
ဓာတ်သမားတွေက
winning
တ
conditions.
ယ်လိမ့်ဆိုလည်းလိမ့်တွေးလိုက်တော့ဂျန်ကဲခရစ်ဆိုလည်းတွေးလျှော့ပြီးတော့ဂျန်ကဲစားရော
That's a nice chunk of
That's
damage
in a
on
farm,
that mid lane tower run, just getting a bit of control for the side of AGAL. But talking about composition, right? Late game, I would have to give it over to the side of KSG.
Yeah, definitely. The late game is so promising because they have 3 late game heroes, Shallow, Nuwa, and also Aoi. That's also going to be a little bit trouble them to handle the mid game
Yeah.
situation.
Okay.
Because even if the
ပြောနေတဲ့ဘဲ
is
တွေက
right there and
ဒီ
get
ကင်းက
it back,
KSG ကို
the
ပို့ပြီးတော့
damage
အားတာ
wouldn't
တယ်
be that
ရှား
big.
တော့ရင်အေးဦးကင်း
That
နောက်
will be happening more in towards the late game.
Yeah,
And
you
maybe
will, don't want to go
hook
out,
into Liulan's Nuwa burst damage. We will never know, right? Maybe that's the game-winning play coming in from the side of KSG. But right now, in this early game,
Okay.
both teams are
Hello, man.
consistently fighting for
အဲ့ဒါကြီးတယောက်တည်းသွားပြီးတော့
They are
ရွာတာရွာတာမလုပ်ပါ
how
နဲ့
they can actually push that goal lead.
I mean, speak of the goal lead, is quite even actually right now. Very, very tight. And also, the situation is reaching a deadlock so far.
It's not gonna be easy coming in for both
ဖက်
of
တာ
these
က
teams.
မ
None
ပြိုး
of
သေး
them
တွေ့ရတော့
wants to
နော်အဲ့လို
give an inch.
ဗတဲ့ အကြီးတွေ
One
ဖြစ်ပေါ်
small
တာသိနေ
mistake
ရှိ
coming in from KSG and it
So,
is
နှစ်ဖက်လုံးဖက်တာပါလေ
elimination
ဟို2
in
သွားတော့
second place. One small mistake from
Everybody,
AGL
yeah.
and we might get a game 7.
အဲ့ patient game ပဲဘော်ဒါ
That
ကြီး
is possible. And
သိ
in
ရှိတဲ့
that
လူကတော့
case,
တိုင်းမှာပဲ
actually,
ဒါ
Yu is changing his item
ဒီ
building
ကိုကောင်းနေတော့
logic,
ကြိုင်
right?
တယ်မဟုတ်
Prioritize the Daybreaker. Let
တိုင်
them
ရလည်းပဲ
have
ကြိုင်
enough personal damage.
You need it, right? There's so many tanks here. You have Ron, you have Yang Jin, which is a good point that you brought up because usually Aoyan is not the best hero to take down tanky heroes like those two Clash End fighters that we talked about.
But in these kind of certain composition, there's no choice left for him.
There's just no choice. That's the pressure coming in from the global ban pick. As we look in towards this mid lane tower here,
ပြီးသွားပြီဝင်လာပြီရင်ချင်းက
work on towards him here, but the infinite Vastus will be expended
Oh,
by you, so that's
eh,
going to be
nene
a
ni ka lo twa bo ra yi.
unavailable as with that being expended, KSG gives
ဟိုက
control
10 minutes ဆို
over
တော့
the
ဒီကောင်နေ
I feel like
Naka ala
AG,
lang
they
ah.
are really
Tyrant
disciplined so
malong.
far because as you can see, they made a lot of
အမြဲတမ်းဟွာသလားအဲ့လို
because
AG
they
ရတယ်
know
အဲ Tyrant တို့ဘာလို့
Alti
လုပ်တဲ့
unavailable,
objective
it's
မှာ
really
အမြဲတမ်း
hard
သူတို့
to
က
let him landing
အ
the
သာရရ
most of
ပါ
them
ဟိုကောင်တွေကအဲ့လိုလာပြီးရှင်ပြီးတော့လူလို့မရ
on this ring or this higher.
So the next 60
ဟိုဘာလို့က
seconds for you is
10 minutes မကျော်တင်
very
ဘာမှမ
crucial
ဟုတ်
timing. He cannot get caught. He cannot be taken down. If not, that's gonna be a win. They do get the
Oh.
over towards Zoe though. Zoe, he's stuck in towards the midst of the
Oh,
void.
yeah.
But with the tenacity coming in from the Young Gen, he walks
ဟို
away.
ဂျိုဝီကိုဆွဲလို့ကလကားပဲရင်ချင်းကိုဆွဲလို့မရဘူးပြောအောင်ဆွဲမှာရင်ချင်းကကြောက်
In that case, I do
ဟာ
want
မှာ
to
ကွာ
highlight
ပြီးတော့
the
နောက်က
item
ကောင်
building
တန်
logic.
သူကပါလာပြန်ပြီရင်ချင်းကိုဆွဲရမရဘူးဆွဲပြအထက်ပြီးတော့
But the damage isn't that
တောင်းမှုမင်းရှေ့ရတယ်နည်းနည်းပါနေရော
Zoe's
Now
item
my
logic is also different. He also prioritized the magic armor item for himself in this case for Youngjin.
Succubus cloak, right? Oh, Shug just barely dodging that hook. That is very dangerous for the AG mid laner.
Oh my god.
Two
Oh,
teams are
seriously,
just baiting out all those skills that possibly have because they are presetting for the upcoming 10 minutes mark.
This is gonna be a very important one coming
Okay.
in for both of these
10 minutes ပြည့်လို့ရှင်တော့ objective ကတော့စပြီးစကားပြောပြီးပြောတာကြီး
has been every time
ဒီကိုရတော့ time round ကိုတော့ထုံးနေနိုင်ယူပေး
15
တင်တယ်
seconds on the dot. Positioning for the side of AGL is slightly slanted over to the mid bot side. We need to see how KSG decides. Do they go for the fight?
အရင်ချင်းကြီးဂျမ်အော်ဝင်လာတာကြီး3កောင်ကြား4កောင်ကြားတယ်
Zoe just coming in 1 versus 3 and even
ဝင်လာပြီး AD ပဲတုံးလိုက်တော့ဟိုကောင်ကြောက်လက်မထွက်ပြေးရဘာမှလုပ်လို့မရဘူးကဲ10 minute objective ပေါ်လာကြီးဒါတော့နည်းနည်းစကားပြောရတယ်
They go on towards the Overlord. Looking for a 50-50 trade. I don't see any potential steal coming in from the side of AGAL. It will be a handshake coming in from both teams.
So it's gonna be a fair trade. Speaking of those dragons on the side of KSG, but still AG got what they want, right? Just pushing
Mid tower ရပါဘူး
a tower. Just play around with Eno.
Mid tower ရပါဘူး Vision အများကြီးဆုံးရှုံးနေ
We
ပါ
can
လေ
easily take all those towers down in mid game.
Yeah, and I think Aaron's late game is also not the greatest compared to a Long, for example. So for AGL, with this Tyrant, they need to try to push the game even further, find game-winning leads to potentially win out in this mid game.
ဟိုရပါဟဲ့ဘာပွင့်သွားပြီလဲဘာပွင့်လဲဘာမှလုပ်လို့မရဘူးဘက်တော့ဟဲ့ဇိုးဘက်ပါ
They
တော့
need
မ
to
ချ
make
ပါ
sure that Zoe, this Youngjin, is going to standing in front of
When
all
was
of
he?
his team members
Zoe, yeah.
and taking the hook, taking the burst damage, make sure that his backliner is going to be really safe.
Nice mind coming in from Juhao.
Oh,
He's secured
ရင်ချင်းဆိုတဲ့ hero ကပေါ်လာကြီး
Annihilation doesn't
ကောင်းလိုက်တာ
apply
ဟာ
towards
ရှေ့ကနေဝင်သွားလို့ရှိရင်ဘာမှတော့ပြန်လုပ်လို့မရဘူး
Having to clear the waves,
Where
just waiting for the potential
Where
moment
are
here.
you?
Zoe going in, finds the void, gets sucked in, but where is the
Ah,
follow-up?
mama, get out.
Just a bit of a poke. Look at Ron's HP bar, so tanky, but having to use the
ဇိုး
Fierce
ကို
Guard.
လည်းကြည့်ဒီကောင်နေဂျန်ငယ်ချင်းမရှင်နိုင်ဘူးနော်ဒါတော့မှကိုက်တာကြီးကအားလီမှာ hero game လည်းရကောင်းနေတော့
Those late game
ဇိုးကြီးကအမှအားလီမှာနည်းနည်းကြောင်ပြောင်းနေလုံးဝမရှင်နိုင်ဘူးတင်တယ်တော့ဇိုးကြီးကဇိုးကြီး
which is needed on the side of
ခု
KS.
နလည်းဂျုံကြီးနဲ့
They
သူ့
need
ကြောင့်
more time, right? When Leolang
They
starts
are
getting
shit,
those
yeah,
full
yeah,
items, when
yeah.
Silence starts getting those full items, that's where
ဒီပြတောက်ကြောက်ပွဲတွေမကြည့်တာလေဂျိုးဂျန်ငယ်ဆိုတာခဏပွဲတွေကြည့်လိုက်တော့တော့ဒီကဂျန်ငယ်ကောင်းတယ်
AGAL is still in control. They need to find a potential engage, maybe on Shung, maybe on Zoe. Need to see who can actually find it.
Well, I feel like definitely going to be Zoe. You can see like
Yo,
how aggressively
I
that
mean
Zoe
it.
is playing right now, right?
Ever found
See,
it.
Zoe just goes in, man. Like Zoe, has no chill.
Yeah, I mean, just land all those marks and let him to
My
chase them down.
God.
And the damage coming from Leolang is slowly ramping up on the Annihilation. I think that ultimate took like what?
ကိုရီ run ဆော့လို့ရှိရင် mid lane ကညာတော့မယ်လို့ damage တွေပေးတယ်
And also because
you
of
kill
the
that
match point that they
ဘာ
are
ကြောင့် mid lane က
reaching right now.
သိ
So
ပေးတာ
Wilson
အော
are
က်ကပဲအုံးပဲတော့ဒီကတော့မဖြစ်
Yeah, one mistake can set up a very different ending here. Storm Strike onto us, Jihao. Into the void goes
Win
blind,
ama,
creating
win
a
ama.
lot of that.
So,
Both
yeah.
teams are fighting for control once
Win
again.
abi,
Over
sure.
Crimson Golem, Jihao gets pulled in by the
Ah, yeah, call abi.
for outer skirts here in towards the mid.
ဒီနေ့ဟာ
Left coming in
ပြတ်တော့မပြတ်တော့
but
ဘူး
he
ဒါမှ
doesn't
သွေး
find
ဝဲ
the
ပြီးထွက်လာ
target.
မှာ
LFF will like be the first
ကောင်းနေအကုန်စောင့်နေရ
AGAL. Meanwhile, this is happening here. Jihao is dangerously low, being chased down by Eno.
လွတ်သွားပြီပေါ်လာကြီး
Into the sky.
လိုက်နေပြီလိုက်နေပြီကြိုက်တာကြီးဟိုဘက်မှာ
Over to the edge, but he comes down safe. So that is a good win for the side of Quiet Show
Oh my
Gaming.
god ဒီဘက်ထဲမှာတော့တော်တော်ကြီးကောင်းပါပဲပေါ်လာကြီး PSG လိုက်ပြီအလိုကပြီဟာဟိုကောင်မှာ pressure shot ကသုံးသွားတာလိုက်ပြီးမှရှားတော့ကုန်ပါလာတာဟေးတစ်မျိုးလုံးတစ်ပွေလုံးလိုက်မှားတာဆိုတော့
I'm feeling something, Nora.
Oh my god hero gear PSG အတားကြီးဒါမဲ့အဲ့ game mechanic ကိုဘယ်လို့မှမထိန်းနိုင်
I mean, like, it took so long for AG to take Kui down, right? They put so much effort on
Yeah,
taking
level.
the LFF down, which allowing
Rubber
Silence
down,
to
Sawa
sneak
dia.
in, allowing Yu to sneak in.
Yeah, Yido has so much.
Yeah,
gold, but
bana
he
minute
can't
le.
take it down
Four-
because
4 second.
LFF stopped so much
Objective ka
time
poro ba na
for
kulo.
Jihao, for Silence to get into that backline.
I mean, it's definitely gonna be the point for KSG maybe turn the table around, but how they're gonna solidify it, they're just letting Juhao testing a little bit, baiting a little bit, they're trying to secure the Tyrant that they want to have.
ကဲ Tyrant ကိုလိုချင်တာပေါ်လာကြီး PSG က
ဟို
ဟိုကောင်တွေကလည်းမပေးဘူးဒါမှလာဆိုင်နေပြီအိုးဒုံကြီးကရသွားတာဟေး
Silence in an assassination flank. Where is the follow-up damage here? They're waiting for sure in the outskirts.
Oh, Zoe show up. You want to objective show me your better name in there.
More damage coming in from you. Takes down Ron.
I out of my beyond what I'm about him. I'm
And Shy is the only member standing from AG.
I mean, KSG is on fire. They're ready to make
Joanna.
They're coming for that dragon, but instead
They
are looking for killing. They're being hungry.
You can have the Shadow Tyrant. I will take the game-winning fight. Nice hook coming in from the left.
Sorry, man.
Unstoppable. 505 goes over to the side of you.
I mean, falling behind in such a
Just some of those what are you? You go here,
Welcome to the league in Quattro Gaming. They stalled for their item Trinity. Now is the game pace coming in from Silence.
You guys are here,
If
KSG mà cay đá gì thì bên mà cay đá gì à mà sao bài bây giờ bị chả quá quý bên cái này thì còn tôi lâu biết này rồi mà giờ tôi là nên đi bà bé mà là mình chịu tôi bên sai nó đau sầu
players just sneak in and use their own mechanics and got those core players on that side of AG down.
And Liulang was untouched in that entire team by consistently pumping out DPS.
So true.
And with the Shadow Overlord secured, you can now start to see on the second screen, waves are marching in. AGAL might be pushed into a game 7.
You can see the fans from side of KSG are just being very nervous, and so does AG's fans, right? Because it's still AG's match point. They're still holding their high ground tower, but KSG right now is making comebacks and looking for a potential ultimate battle.
Cái lấy cái này thì là gì mà tôi mấy ai đánh này kia này bị đóng cú ya, cái mà đóng cú gì, trao là rồi bị cái mà.
It's gonna be the Vanguards getting in. KSG show no sign to retreat. They're sending all those Vanguards getting in. Played around, led this Liulang to landing all of those poking damage upon.
Sao cho mình nó cái này đánh bạc thoát rồi mà.
Of this final wave of Vanguards here. Vanguard simultaneously stacking in towards the crystal. LFF looking for a bit of push. Zoe goes really low. Silent once more. The Infinite Vassals has been cast towards the sky. The defense has been well.
比如因为我比 flash 他们这个严重啊了，然后来你啊，因为人家那个问题的不来。哦，好贵啊，屁股哇了嘞。
That's going to be a 5v4 for the next upcoming 40 seconds. KSG, you're turning their heads. You're not going for the game-winning push.
I mean, how you're going to dodge a hook coming from nowhere, right? You had no idea.
Yeah, bro. All
those problems that they had, right? So actually, KSG, they are moving closer to the
con suối là có mà lâu luôn nhiều quá, bây giờ con phải mà suối rồi mà làm đi à suối lại.
Also, you can see the Sea Breaker made by Zoe Xiangjian right now.
He is so fed right now on the side of Zoe. He needs to find the damage in towards the backline at the very least. Minion waves are still available for KSG, so they can actually slowly but surely pressure in AGL back towards their base.
They're trying to secure the win because they can't stand another loss.
The objective you want, nó không là Tyrant không? Dragon là đó mà, Chamber Dragon là.
The advantage that they got right now.
It's now or never for the side of Quattro Gaming. They need to push on with the goal lead, with the advantage that they have. They want to push it to an ultimate battle.
But if speak of the ultimate battle, they need to be extremely cautious and extremely to be secured. They're landing all those minions among all 3 lanes.
It's coming in for the side of Wave clear is consistent for the side of AGAL. Zoe goes in on the initial play, but the stronghold still looks hooked, almost land on towards Zoe.
Oh, to me it pretty much seems like the tranquility before the storms come.
Yeah, it's like silent before the storm. For the
young này nhau tuổi với mà ya mà. Cái này này ra cũng chưa toán này bỏ lại, nó cũng là số rồi mà số quá, nó phải chơi nó tuổi bây giờ nào.
Super minions are marching through from all 3.
Ôi nào đi, ôi mà thiêu cao luôn ya, bị Harapan à con này. Mà nói yêu nhiều phá mà qua, yêu như tay như thế đấy. Con này bỏ lại, con không best fan mà con này tay nó tay lại Creed này chạy. No, video. လိုက်ကောင်းနေလိုက်
Remarkable play by AG.
ဟောဘူဝါလေးတွန်းသွားတာကောင်းသွားပြီအဲ့ဒါဆိုတော့လိုက်လို့မရတော့ဟိအောင်နေ AC ပြန်ပြီးဟိုးရလိုက်အောင်ခဏလေးငါတို့ဟိုကမိရေတမ်မက်ဒရဂွန်ရမိရေဟောနေလော်ယူရအောင်ပါအေးဟိုပါလို့
Quaisho Gaming secures the Overlord. They want to pace into a macro win.
19မိနစ်ခွဲကွာ19မိနစ်ခွဲဆိုတော့တမ်မက်ဒရဂွန်ရထွက်တော့မှာအဲ့ဘက်တွေကောင်းတော့ကွာကာတာ
But the thing is that after has been recovered from that HP bar, he just dived back into the battlefield and also checked Zoe.
Very nice.
Double dash in, take the shut down, and just deny Charlotte from taking that crystal down.
The fans are in awe as well with how that play exactly happened here. Welcome to the Tempest Dragon, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 20-minute mark.
ဝင်လာပြီတမ်မက်ဒရဂွန်ကြီးမှာဟိုကောင်နေငကားတော့မလို့ရသေးဘူးဘယ်ဆိုင်ပြီး
Jiao goes towards the backline, finds the initial play on towards the backline.
Oh my god ကာရီစာကြီးကအထဲမှာဝင်ပြီးရိုက်နေတာ
Dangerously low Zoe.
ဇိုးရှောင်းဝိုင်းသွားပြီဇိုးရှောင်းဝိုင်းသွားပြီ
Takes on his dragon, goes
အေးဝင်ရောနောက်ဝက်ဖမ်းကြပါလို့
Yino gets taken down and stays angry.
ဒီကိုဖမ်းပါလို့
Yino still alive.
And it's the
အေးဝင်ကိုဖမ်းပါရမှာသားကြီးလေကင်းနေရောအဲ့ကောင်ကြီးရမ်းပြတာကွာ
winner gets AG from Team
ဒီဒီပါပြီ
It's gonna be 2-4 trade, and there's meaning
ဒီဒီပါပြီ
on the
ခေါင်းနဲ့တက်လာပြီ
Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to
ဒီဒီပေါ်လာကြီး
extremely
ဒီဒီပါ
performance.
အမလုံးလို့မရတော့ပါ
KSG right now, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
ကြီးကြီးပါဒိတ်7ပါနော်ကစား7ပါတစ်ဖက်3ဝင်းနဲ့ဒိတ်7ကိုရောက်သွားပါပြီ Oh my god final ပွဲပါ Monster မြန်မာပါရတဲ့ brother မပါဘူးမြန်မာဟိုဟာဘောကမှာမပါသေးဘူး HO ကြီးမှာ
I'm so
ဒါ final ပွဲဗျ
today. Do you
မ
know
ဖိုင်နယ်ပွဲမလို့ပါပြောနေ
This is the second year that AG participating into KWC's final. And this
Yeah,
the
man.
ultimate battle twice in a row.
Oh my god
Move to the
ဟိုရာ
final
ကြီးတို့
of
ရေး
KWC.
ဒိတ်7ကိုရ AG ကိုအားပေးနေတာဒိုကြီးလည်းဘာမှမတက်နိုင်ဘူးကွာနောက်တစ်ပွဲကျရင် A1 ကြီးကိုဘန်းလိုက်ပါ A1 ကြီးကိုဘန်းလိုက်ကြပါ A1 ကြီးကအရန်ပြစ်တာ
But this time
အားလိမှလည်းတက်လို့မရ
Yino get his turn.
တယောက်တည်းနေပြီးတော့ဖတ်နေတာ
Get your second trophy. This is all I want to find out.
Oh my god
I mean,
Find your
ဒိတ်
winner.
7အောင်တော့ရောက်ရှိသွားပြီကိုရာကြီး
the Titans, the icons of HOK is definitely under a huge pressure.
ဟိုဒီနှလုံးဝမြင်တရုတ်မှလေးနှလုံးနှစ်ပေါက်တည်ကျင်းနေတယ်စစ်ကြတယ်
KSG did so well this year, you know. They're always be considered as the underdogs, and no one could expect that. How could a team
Ni
with
hao ma.
4 members being so young, so not experienced,
Relax, AG ဘာမှမဖြစ်ဘူး
one captain,
အဲ့တော့ final ပွဲနောက်ဆုံး
that spring season, but
ဂိမ်းကြံ
they
ပြီ
did it.
နော်
And right now step into the
Okay.
KFC. They're
နိုင်နေ
facing
တင်းကတော့
the title defender, and
winner
Jackie
winner
takes
chicken
to the
dinner
final.
ကြီး
Dreams are made here at the Esports World Cup, but one
Oh my
will be
god,
shattered
PSG
and one
ရဲ့
will be
လိတ်ကင်းကနေ
forged
ချမ်း
in
ကြတယ်
legacy
ဘော
here,
ကြီး
ladies and gentlemen.
အားလုံးကတော့ AG ကဆွမ်းတော့နောက်ဆုံး last တစ်ဖက်မှာဒီကောင်တွေတော်တော်ကောင်းသွားတာကွာဒါပေမဲ့ ဒါပေမဲ့ Dragon မှာဒီကောင်တွေပဲတင်မှားတာ
Pick and ban, same heroes
အဲ့ပဲတွေကမှားသွားတယ်ဆိုမှန်သွားတယ်ဒီကောင်တွေပြတ်သွားမှာနိုင်သွားမှာ
Go down to pure mechanics, and
မှန်ဟောနဲ့လုံးဝအဲ့လို AS က
you're gonna be on
လုံးဝအမှားမရှိဘူး
You're gonna be on the edge, right? Even
Tyrant
one
လုပ်တယ်
little slight
သူကလည်း overload လုပ်တယ်
lead you to a
overload
defeat.
လွတ်ပြီးတာ
So
နဲ့
that's the
ရုံး
nerve
ဆို
that
ပြီး
we
တော့
are having right now. That's the tension out there.
ဟုတ်လားကြီး
And
တက်လာ
right now, both coaches are standing on the stage, picking their sides. So AG pick the blue side, and KSG goes to red.
side. So that's gonna be an
AG
interesting
blue,
one coming in for
KSG
both of these teams.
red
Both coaches will have 3 minutes to structure the drafts
Ah,
coming
you like
in
that,
for this
you were right.
final game. And Nora, what could we ask for more? A way to end our KWC 2026.
And I feel like that is definitely an outstanding performance and so tight, so head to head. That is exactly
Final
the
game မှာအဲ့လိုမျိုးရင်တစ်စိတ်တိတ်နဲ့ကြည့်ရတော့ကောင်းတယ်ဘောရာကြီး
those two titans play against
ကို
each
မြန်မာ
other.
အတင်းလည်းမပါတော့
All gamers, AGAL.
အဲ့တင်းကအားပေးရ
going
အား
up
ပေးရအ
against
ဆင်ပြေတယ်ဗျာ
Show Gaming. You
ဒါ
talk
ပေမဲ့ဒီလိုချက်မှာတော့
it's
ကိုက
about
AG တော့
legacy.
ဘော
It's
ကြတယ်
about
ဘောကြတယ်
being
AG
forged
က
as a legend in
You know what, yeah.
KWC or will the newcomer, the new era, Kwaisho Gaming, the
Kwaisho
first
Gaming
place
အခုမှ
to
မြင်ဘူးလား
on
Kwaisho
the
Gaming
side of silence
ဒါပေမဲ့
as we end. They have been
ကောင်းနေ
the
ကောင်း
first
ချက်
to win
ကိုင်စာကြီးက
Kwaisho Gaming.
ဟိုကနော်
I mean, that's
ဝင်းရိတ်100%နဲ့ဒီကောင်တွေပြောတာအခုချိန်ဒီကိုင်စာကြီးကနိုင်သွားပြီဒီကောင်တွေဝင်းရိတ်100%ပဲကဲနောက်ဆုံး final ဝဲလေးမှာ AON ကိုဘန်းလိုက်တော့
that these two teams has. Actually, KSG
ကိုင်စာကြီးလည်းဘန်းအဲ့ကောင်ကြီးအရင်မှာဆောင်းတော့ကောင်းချက်ပဲ
and they won 5 of them. And as for AG, they played
ဒါပေမဲ့
16
နော်ဟို
times of
ဒီတော့ကြာမ
they
လို့
won 9
ကျန်
of them. And also AG
ပါ
played twice unheard of for this year. They won all of those
ဘာတခုရှိရ
two
ကွာ
plays.
ဒါဟိုကိုကြီးကဘန်းတာ
On behalf of
AG
KSG
ကစလာတယ်သူကနှစ်ကောင်မင်း confirm ဘန်းတာအဲ့ဒါပါလေ
ultimate
ပိုင်း
battle that has played
ပိုင်း
against
ဂျင်း
them
ကို
in
ဘန်းပလိုက်
their
တယ်
own
ပေါ့
team history.
ပိုင်းရဲ့ဂျင်းကိုဘန်းတာ
How many
တော့
of those games has Kuaishou Gaming won against AGL in the BO7
တန်းကဲဆန်စီရမှာကြံဆမ်မာယူဘာလို့ကြောက်တယ်တိုင်ပွဲတွေမှာတုံးတယ်
But the thing is that I
Nói
know
đâu.
the last time when they play against AG
Ủa,
in
khi
the
đây đôi chuyện
final,
là
they
chẳng
even
nghe gì à,
didn't
đâu.
make it
Mà
to
đấy
the
còn
battle because they
chẳng
lost the
nghe
game
bạn.
as they won
Là
4
chung-
against AG back in
Tôi
2024
còn phải
summer
là nó
season.
không quay ở
And
chi
right
à,
now KSG
cái
is
này đôi
ready
chuyện
for
là
revenge
tiền nó bảo
and
chụp
AG
rồi
is
phải này với mà
ready for
chi vai
defending.
thật đó
The
nghe nào
storyline hasn't been
Cảm ơn
great
trust me,
here,
thấy chưa?
Nora. The perseverance
Chính là bán mà
really
AG
paid
à
off.
bao nhiêu là bán mà còn quay lại nó còn bán
Match point. Losing early game against the
kì
tournament title
còn lý
defenders.
gì à
Only
không
for you
nó là diễn không
to
đi ra
find
mà bố là
outplays
gì
after outplays and putting yourself into the ultimate battle in this game.
Năm nay
Seven,
chả
as the
gì
clock
hết.
is ticking. 2 more minutes before the teams have to submit their blind draft.
And I feel like they are actually going through some discussions, right? As you can see, showing by them their faces. On the side of AG, last time in 2025 KWC in the final, they play against TD Global into an ultimate battle, and the drafted pick that was Fatigue, Ogren, Princess Frost, Arlie, and Liang.
That sounds like an all-star AG lineup, right?
Exactly.
FMVP skins all around.
And I still remember the interview after they took that win. They said, "How you're gonna win against us with a 3 FMVP skin hero in our hand?"
Hey, histories are meant to be changed and forged by these young members. Yeah, AGL, they are legendary players. Multiple seasons, this 7th win streak, back to back to back in KPL and including EWC. For Kuaishou Gaming, if they can win this VO7, it's about building their legacy, and maybe it starts from now.
Yeah, and only 1 minute left for both teams to prepare for it, right? And also, we are very curious about what kind of draft that KSG might take it out.
So far, the comfort picks that we have seen might be the Aoyan and Arlie. These two
Makes sense.
for both farm laners. Mid lane, maybe the Haya. I think both mid laners has been amazing. with
Haya or
Haya.
Lorian, I guess, like one of them.
What about Mai?
I always love a my pick. You know, it's so risky, but still, it's trustworthy if you play it well.
Those are the available picks. And Romer, we have a lot
kì
of beautiful
anh
picks thus
chàng
far.
nhau làm
with
ít
AOE
phải nên quên
heroes
tất
included
cả
in
tốn rồi
the
về chàng thôi
draft. Maybe the Anet.
kì bố nói nó xong bơi bà AGA nè Kuaishou Gaming nè
There's only 20
phải nên bơi bà
seconds
phải số
left
7
for both
cái nào mà 7 mà
Ladies and gentlemen,
大家都話咯 champion ဖြစ်嘛ဖြစ်ပါတယ်
一起倒计时好吗？准备好，5、4、3、
ကဲ我是3 C 就လုံးနေပြီ
来到巅峰对决。
Welcome to the ultimate battle.
Neither you're gonna be in
ဆိုတော့နှစ်သိန်းလုံးကတရုတ်တင်းနေပဲဆိုတော့
into the stage of
တရုတ်လိုတွေ
KWC
ပြော
still
တယ်
the
ပါ
tension is out there and these historical teams are trying to make the history happen.
Coaches shake their heads. Let's check what Sky has to say as we pass it towards the main stage.
Please, the crowds, tell me who's gonna be the winner of tonight. Who can take that trophy on the stage going back?
AG က fan များတာပဲ
Are you ready for the ultimate battle?
တော်ကြီးကမှာနော်
Raise the fans.
ဟိုပါလေ
Anyone you have something to
ရ
say
င်းတော့ဟိုပါလေ
at this very
နေရ
moment.
လုံးနေကြအသားညွန့်ညွန့်နဲ့တက်သွေးနဲ့ဆိုတော့မဟုတ်တော့
现在的这个非常关键的时刻，有任何人有想要说的吗 ？Hello, nice to see you. What do you want in mind?
ဝါချသေးဘူးလားဘာလဲဟုတ်တာစက္ကန့်30ဘောတော့ပြီးသွားဖုတ်တယ်
The best team wins.
ဟောဒါ
Wow,
Ascension Day ပဲ
history. Say the answer. What do you got for us? Hello. AG 一定能赢的，让 AG 带奖金回家。We're going to
ရုပ်မာလေးတောင်ပြင်းတာပဲခဏတော့ပြောရဲအဲ့ဘဲက ဒီကိုကြီးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကွာဟိုလိုက်တို့ခိုင်းဒီပါလို့ပြောတယ်သူစီရလည်းတော့သွားပြီးတော့ကြည့်ရပါတော့သူပြောရဟီးကိုပါတယ်ဒီလေးရှင်းပြရတယ်ကောင်းတယ်ဘာအဲ့လို YouTube မှာ Ascension Day ဆိုတော့ဝမ်းလေးကျင်ကြောင်လည်းပြောနေတယ်ဝမ်းလေးကျင်ကြောင်လည်းလုပ်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့သူနောက်ပိုင်း honor ဆိုတော့တောင်းလာကွာ
想说什么？喊个口号好不好
心怀荣耀，
？One more time.
心怀荣耀，
အမောတာနဲ့ပြောတယ်ကလေးကိုစကားတော့သုံးအောင်ဆက်မပြောဘဲနဲ့ဘိုက်ကြီးကြိုက်ပြီးသွားတယ်။တော်မလေးကိုရိုက်ခံရတော့
That will be your only chance of your lifetime. How about you?
ရုပ်မလေးကမျိုးလုံးပွင့်နေလားပိတ်နေလားမသိဘူးပေါ်လာကြီး
有什么想要和我们的选手说的吗？
大山叔叔加油，你一定能赢的。
You will definitely be the winner of tonight. What you got?
AI လို့ပြောနေကြတာ
Are you ready for this?
Sky, it is so intense in here. We saw the left side.
အော်ဘာကြီးလဲစေးကိုကြီးပြောတာသူ့ကိုပြောတာသူကပါတာပဲသူကငပိချက်ပဲပါလေရ
I'm Claudia.
Where are you from, Claudia?
London.
London. How did you get here?
I drove over 5 hours.
You drove over 5 hours. We got the AG scarf, the AG jacket, and
AG supporter from
okay, who are you here to watch?
London ပေါ်လာကြီး
Inuo is watching right now. Look into the camera. Pretend he's staring you right in the eye. What are you gonna say to him?
You know what? Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for your positioning, for always being amazing team player, the way you know how to just be aggressive or when to back off, and I know that we can always count on you. So thank you so much.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question, and I
ဒီ
need
က
everybody
ရုပ်
to
ကြီးလားပေါ်လာ
answer
ကြီး
this. Who will
ရုပ်ကြီးလားယောက်ျားကြီးလားပဲ
And now we gotta pass it back to Sky. Of course, here we are standing with a very special guest here.
ဘာလို့နော်အဲ့ပွဲတွေမှာတွားပြီးရ fan တူဘာလို့ခင်မသေးနိုင်တော့အဲ့ကောင်နေ
Hello, what do
ရ
you
မ်းပင်
have
မှာ
to say at this very moment?
အဲ့မှာတွားပြီးအားပေးရတယ်
好久好久没有
ရမ်းရင်ပန်လာတော့ဒီမှာထိုင်ကြည့်နေကြတဲ့သူတွေကဒီသာမသိတော့ပွဲတစ်ပွဲစားဖို့တူလဲသူတို့စောကြီးကစောင့်သွားလို့ငါပြက်ပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးတကယ်အားပေးရဆိုတော့
It will be super
တကယ်ကြီးမှာတော့တနေ့နေ့မှလည်းလို့ဘောနာပင်
Thank you so much.
ကလည်းအဲ့လိုမျိုး globally တိုင်ပွဲတွေပါဖြစ်လာတယ်မာ fan base
有什
ရပါ
么
တ
想
ယ်
对你
ဖြစ်
哥
ကြော
哥
င်း
说的
ပဲ
吗？
ဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုတော့ဝမ်းလေးကြံသွားသလားလို့မာရီက
One more time.
သဘောကျတယ်ကွာသဘောကျဆော့တာလည်းကြာပြီဆိုတော့လည်းအားပေးကြတယ်အမှ on တော့က fan base နဲ့
Champion.
တိုင်ပွဲတွေပါဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဒီကိုကြီးကသာတိတ်ကြည့်ပြဘူးကွာကြည့်ပြဘူးဆိုတာလည်းကိုယ်နဲ့ပြောရတယ်ဆိုဓမ္မအသင်းမပါ
Are
ဘူး
you ready for this? Oh,
God.
we got more fans in here.
ကိုယ်နဲ့ရင်းနှီးတဲ့ကောင်တွေလည်းမပါဘူးကွာအခုဆိုဒီကိုကြီးဒီကြားနေပြီးတော့စိုး
Who
ပြီး
are
အား
you
ပေး
here to watch?
အဲ့ဒီမာလူတယောက်ကခင်မောင်တိုးလို့ပါလို့ခင်မောင်ဦးလို့ပါလို့နာမည်မျိုးနဲ့
Silence is looking at you right now. What
အ
are
သင်း
you
ကိုအားပေးချင်တာပါကွာစက်မှာ
Who ya? What night?
မြန်မာနာမည်နဲ့မြန်မာပလေယာကိုအားပေးချင်တာဒါမှပါအောင်မပါ
Who ya? Get the rich. Get the money.
ဟဲ့ဘယ်ဖြစ်တာလဲ
What are they going to do to
This is
opponent
about
AGAL? What will KSG do?
Destroy all the teams.
They're gonna destroy the teams. What will KSG do?
Destroy AG.
Destroy AG! And we got another one right over here. Tell everybody what your name is.
Joy.
Joy! Who are you cheering for?
So Juhao in KSG.
And what's your message to him?
So I hope you can go the champion today and show your youth power.
We're gonna have one last cheer from you. Cheer on your team.
Okay. KSG, got the champion.
KSG, get
တော်လေးတွေကြည့်လိုက်ဘောလိုက်တာအတန်းမထွက်တော့ဘူးဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုတော့သူတို့တွေကပွဲထဲမှာလည်းအသေးអော်လာတာမလို့ရဒီလေးဒီလေး
Sky, let's hear from your side.
ဒီမှာဒီလေး
There's so many fans over there. They're super hyped about this. Only one last chance. Raise up and please. 我们还有最后的一次机会，看到了一个非常热情的小姐姐，让我穿过人群找到你好吗？希望你可以带给我们你发自内心的祝福。
Wonderful.
是为了哪一位选手来到我们的现场的呢？
ဥမာလေးစစ်ကြတယ်
有什么话想
ဒါ
对我
လည်း
说吗？
ပြောချင်တာရှိတယ်ဒီဥမာလေးမျက်နှာကြီးပြောပြတော့
常驻中路荣光。
ဘာလို့အဲ့လိုအောင်းမိလေးနဲ့ပုံမိုက်မယ်နော်အောင်းမိလေးနဲ့လို့သွားလာတာ
Oh, oh, you have something.
လောလောလောလောဖြစ်တာပေါ့ကွာ
一诺。
အဲ့လို dress လေးနဲ့ကြတော့လေအဲ့တော့လာပါသွားလာတိုင်ပတ်တာပေါ့
Answer me. Well, they
Oh, no,
get
no, no,
it,
no.
AG.
Kamali,
Can
ba,
they
wait
be
a
the
minute.
winner
I don't
of
know.
tonight?
ဆုံးဖြတ်ပေးပါမယ်ဟုတ်ကဲ့သူတို့
心
လာ
怀荣耀。
ဟဲ့မိုက်ကြီး
You like this? You like this? Who do you root for today?
သက်သာလို့ပါကဲ
是
ဟော
为了哪一位选手来到我们现场的呢？AG 的每一位选手，喜欢他们多少年了？
我陪我朋友来。
You could possibly count.
Bina
Person, but I can
AG ဝစ်စုံနဲ့ကောင်းပါလေကြည့်လိုက်အဲ့ဒါသူကဟိုလာဖြစ်မှာသလား best friend ဟော best friend ဆိုတာသူတကယ်ကြီးလာအကြောင်းရိုက်နေတော့ဘူးရှိုးရှိုးတယ်
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, here we go. You're gonna play with that drum, and I will ask Akira to do the model one more time. With the drum being taken away, 喊出你们的口号，好吗？我们一起来 ，1, 2, 3。
心怀荣耀，勇往直前。心怀荣耀，勇往直前。
我来也ဘာနဲ့တူလဲဆိုရင်လေအဲ့လိုဒီမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တန်ချက်ထိုးသလိုမျိုးလေ
Thank you so much for the crowds here, and we have more special guests over there. What about you, Mara? Are you ready?
We're ready. We're here with another fan. Come on to the fan. 你叫什么名字？
ဒီဆိုရဲ့ energy ကတော့
And who are you here to cheer for? What is your message to him? 心怀荣耀。Who's going to win? AG. How about you? Who is going to win? AG. Who is
ဟောထားရဒီရလေ
That's right. And what do you want to say to him?
公司辅助荣光。
And now we're gonna get the crowd to cheer. I want you to pump them up for your favorite team. AG, ADA. Okay, when I say AG, you say
ဒီ
AL.
ဆိုရဲ့ energy ရှိသလားသူမေးလိုက်တဲ့ဆိုအကုန်လုံးကလေ
One more time, AG. Back to you, Sky.
All right, here we go. I have another very cute little lady here, Lady Lancaster.
Dude, are you guys gonna play tonight?
AG 加油，然后你们5个永远最厉害。我觉得刚刚那个口号领喊的有点弱，我想领一遍。Okay, one more time. The stage is all yours. 心怀荣耀，心怀荣耀，心怀荣耀。Thank you so much for being here, everyone. We couldn't imagine this is going to be the ultimate battle for tonight, but things happen. You just have to accept the truth that every single year at the grand final here in KWC at EWC, we're going to see the ultimate battle for the last chance. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the very last match of the game? Tell me one more time, who is going to be the winner? Thank you so much for the hype, Philman. Thank you so much for being here. I believe there will be a lifelong memory for this.
you know ဆိုရဲ player လေ one of the best player တွေမှာပါတယ်နော်အဲ့တိုင်ပွဲသမားရောက်ရှောက်ပါလေဒီကိုလိုက်ပြီးတော့ရှာတာပြီးတော့ယူနီဆွဲနေတယ်ပေါ့ပေါ့မှန် performance ပြခဲ့တဲ့ပွဲတွေကြားတယ်
And tell us what your name is.
Lee.
Lee is actually the voice actor for Yao. Let's hear some lines.
剑指的方向就是天才的故乡，加油各位，勇夺第2吧！祝福你们！我是耀，那个闪耀天际的耀，星光荡开宇宙，本人闪耀其中。
ရှာဦးဘောရာကြီးဟိုပါလေ
To pretend
ရှာဦးရဲ့
we're
voice
here
actor တဲ့
in the gorge. I want you to say another one to pump everyone
ရှာ
up.
ဦးဆိုတာဟိုပါလေ
Okay, yeah.
ဒါနဲ့ကောင်ဒီဘိုင်းရဲ့တပည့်ကွာကွာတပည့်တော့မဟုတ်ဒီဘိုင်းက
心怀荣耀 ，Let's go， 心怀荣耀 ，Let's go。
And there you
ဒီဘက်ကဟာတော်တော်ဟိုက်နေရ
We're
ပဲ
going to settle this inside the gorge. It's time. This is the ultimate battle. Casters, lead the gorge.
Welcome to the ultimate battle. This is game 7. Before that, we got to check the drafts. Blind picks between these two teams, Nora.
ဒီမှာ
And I
လို့
mean, I can
ဘေး
definitely
ကတ်တာတွေ
feel
မှာ
the
ပါလာတယ်
tension here. Everyone
congratulation
just
ပါ
raising up all those badges they
Really,
have
yeah,
and
King
also
Bubba.
pulling out all those
Thank you.
cheers for their favorite teams. And right now, it's going to be the stage for both teams.
တော်လဲတော်
We'll
ပါ
have to see
တော်
what's going to be the first hero that will be locked in here coming in from both teams.
And I mean, the trophy is right now, right here in the middle of the stage. Who's gonna grab this
Final
trophy back to home?
Only one team can do it, and
Let's
we don't know
go.
how.
And let's go.
Last lane.
Oh, Dharma
for
versus
both.
Dharma.
Playmaking on both teams for both Clash laners. They have been on fire as of this point.
I mean, it comes so fast, right? And here we go, like jungler.
Pay for both.
ဟုတ်ပါလေတော့ဘိုင်1နေဆုံးမှာ final မတိုင်းဘူးမှာ
The mid laners, is it going to be the same one or different?
We get
Mid lane.
My versus Haya.
Woo! Both mid laners allowing them to do so many things for their own team. And speak of the farm lane, also going to be the focus. It's going to be early against Channel.
He knows FMAP early to
ပါလောက်တာပြည့်ပြီပဲဒီကိုနားရမလဲဘိုင်1ဆော့မှာလားသူတို့ဘိုင်1တော့မဆော့နဲ့တော့ final ပွဲပဲဆော့သူတို့မလုပ်ချင်တာတော့
Last
Go to the high.
pick is going to be Xiaofei versus Lapu. Lapu so classic as we see so far in KWC.
All right, here, that's going to be Zhangfei, and finally the Lapu that will be picked up by the side of the roamers here.
All right, and we can see from all those drops that they picked, it's kind of be very interesting because they are picking up two same top laners, right? And also for the junglers, they also stay the same.
Exactly the case here as we will be getting into our final game of our Honor of Kings World Cup. This is the final match of tonight. Only one winner will be given birth, a rebirth here in Paris, France at the Esports World Cup. This will be
Yes.
AGAL going up against Kuaishou Gaming for the final time of tonight.
Ultimate battle, may the best wins. It's gonna be one game on their way.
Already towards the mid lane here, 3v3 has been escalated by the side LFF. Finding a bit of knockup here, but it's only for the side of AG.
အဲ့ဒီမိတ်ပဲတယ်ပေါ်လာကြီးဘော်တဲ့ဒါ final ပွဲမဟုတ်ဘူးဒါနားမလဲဘူးဒါဘာသမိုးရလဲဘာဘိုင်1နေကျိုးနေရတာအဲ့လိုလည်းမဟုတ်အဲ့ဒီမိတ်ပဲတယ် final မတိုင်းဘူးစော့ရ
Hearing from the crowd, and right now dive right into the crowd that they are.
Popular
right now,
yeah, nine mala,
you can see the lane swap again performed by AG. Let this early to rotate first in the early game, and also let Shen just play defensively at the bottom.
That's still really good stuff, right? You want to make sure that Yino doesn't get a hard lane. Funnel as much gold as possible so that this early can scale into those late game item power spikes.
Exactly. And since these junglers are actually picking the same pick, so the efficiency about how they're going to farm up.
ပေးလို့ခေါ်တာပဲငါတစ်ချိန်လုံးတစ်ပိုင်းပိုင်းနဲ့ခေါ်တယ်အဲ့
Pay pick in the entirety of this BO7 here, so they have been banning it. They want to remove this potential pick from this player. Ron looking for a play, but Silence respects it. Both jungles will be appearing on this top side.
ဟုတ်ပါတယ် popular ရတဲ့ကောင်ကအဲ့လိုနိုင်ပါလား final ပွဲမတိုင်ဘူးစော့တယ် ultimate ပဲတယ်ဒီကိုရအောင်မသိဘူးကြာ
Didn't really rely on his level 4, so he's gaining the vision control for his teammates.
Yeah, both teams are just scaling into those big timers on that level 4. When the ultimate comes online, I'm looking at Sheng and also Liu Lang. These two players will be the key playmakers to find potentially that big play towards the backline.
So actually the ulti that they have will be really, really deciding.
That's correct here. So if we were to look at a composition, right, I would say it's boiling down to who gets the perfect initiation. Is it Shuai, Sheng, or Ron? It's going to be Silence, Liu Lang, or LFF. These three players will be the pivotal two members to set up those game-winning fights.
I mean, speak of the initiation, it do matters a lot to both teams, but their power type
Hey, please,
is
or hero, they
different
go, hey, Bristol, you
because of their
Ronnie
farming
Cook ban
techniques.
now shot cool hit
Who's getting Mirage save Liu Lang in towards that 1v1 zone, but Silence, he is looking for the play, he's looking for the re-engage, sets him on towards the wall, that's a beautiful disengage for the side, Zoe gets the first blood, Sheng dashes away, gets taken down by Liu Lang, and Liu Lang has nowhere to run, but Zoe gets taken down in towards the backline. It's gonna be potentially the 2-for-2 Liu Lang still running over.
Jerry ရနောက်ကလမ်းလိုက်လျှောက်တယ်ကျ
He runs though, he makes it out.
He escaped away from that kind
လမ်းပြတော့လမ်းလိုက်လျှောက်တယ်ဆိုတော့ပြန်တွန်းနေ
It's
လို့
gonna
ပါ
be a 1-2
လောက်ကို
trade.
အဲ့မသိပါဘူး
Wow,
2-1
that
နဲ့
was a play that has been initiated by Swipe, but Liu Lang single-handedly turns it around, and Silence was so patient on his mobility spells.
But as you can see, right, it all happened in 1 second. It just break out, and everyone just pulling all those skill set that they had and try to make.
Half final ပွဲလာပွဲလား half final ပွဲဖြစ်မယ်ဆိုတော့စိတ်ကြိုက် hero ကြီးကပစ်ဖမ်းမပါဘူးအဲ့လိုလား Oh my god ဒီကောင်ကျန်းတာဗောဟိုလာရဆို
But that was amazing stuff coming from both teams.
And also that's something I really want to mention.
That's a real final ဘောရာကြီးအဲ့လိုကြီးစော့မလို့မထင်ခဲ့ဘူးကြာနော်ပစ်ဖမ်းလို့မထင်တာလေ
First hand upon KSG's members.
Now 4th minute mark. Tyrant has been spawned. LFF gets engaged on. He does charge away to
Open တိုက်ဘောရာကြီးကြိုက်တဲ့ hero ကြီးစော့တာ Oh my god
just out of KSG with 1000 gold lead.
Well, they are actually securing their bottom lane, and since
Hello.
they got the first Tyrant,
ထင်တာပဲဘောရာကြီးအာရမ်းကြောင်ပြောင်းနေ
so far on the side of KSG.
It's not the best.
အဲ့ရောတိလို့ရှိရင်လည်းတော်တော်ကွန်မန့်နေပါလိမ့်မပြောကြပါဦးဘာဖြစ်နေကြလဲ Someone let me know.
Towards the bot side, Shuai finds a bit of a vision control to give Yino more space to farm.
Exactly, and actually Arlie already carrying the red buff can be quite explosive, dealing out all those damage at the bottom.
Yeah, we need Yino to find 10th minute mark. Once he is 10th minute mark, 3 items, that's where he has more advantage over you. But right now, with this slow and steady tempo coming in from both teams, we'll have to see what comes next.
It's gonna be some skirmishes happening.
အိုးဓမ္မကြီးဝင်ကြိုက်တာကောင်းနေဟောဓမ္မတစ်ဖက်စတဲ့
Upon Zoe turning into a
Oh my god မာရှီယာနုဝင်လာတာလဲကွက်တီပဲဒါပေမဲ့ဘောရာကြီးဟိုကောင်လေးက survival skill နဲ့ပြန်လဲထွက်သွားရမ်းကောင်းတာပဲ
Such tanky hellfires coming in from both teams as of right now. They are going neck and neck at it. We were thinking that Zoe might be falling, but he was able to find a really nice angle to jump away to her safety.
turning into a Tigress mode, but still again it's gonna be another ambush. You already rotating to the top, and right now it's gonna be Liu Lang breaking out his ulti, trying to drag Arlie in. It might be a possible.
Oh my god အာလီယိုမှာဟာရောဘိုင်ဝမ်မေးလိုက်တာဘောရာကြီး
And Liu Lang, he finds another signature play on the Haya.
And right now, it just open a window for them to get invasion into the red buff side. Juha is already on his way. They're waiting for this red buff to spawn. They definitely need to secure the red buff away from Arlie, try to shred him down.
Oh, they're giving props towards Ron. Ron is here, so they have to give the respect towards Ron. Make sure they back away so that Silence can actually pick up the farm on towards cross map.
But so far, we can see Liu Lang, the captain of KSG, is definitely under the spotlight.
Yeah, Liu Lang 2-0-0. Just now we topped the top side. He was gonna fall, but he made it
Zoe
happen.
Zoe ပေါ်လောင်းတက်လာပြီဘောရာကြီးအားလုံးထဲမှာအခရာကြတာဟိုကောင်တွေပဲကွာ Oh my god ဓမ္မကြီးကကောင်းတယ်ဒီဘက်က
You can never count them out.
I mean, AG just punch back so fearlessly, right? And get it into the other rebuff side. I mean, like AG, you could never underestimate it, even though they fall behind.
Ron and Shuai, take a look at this.
What do you mean?
Capitalizing the fact that Silence had no flash, capturing him for the play in towards the line.
ဒါကဘောတော့လပုလပုကဝင်လာပြီးတိုက်လိုက်တာဟိုကောင်တော့ကွက်တီပဲ
Towards the key member.
Not much
Get
at all.
ready to take that tier 1 tower, and this
ကဲ3-3ဘောရာကြီးဒီတီးရတော့
I mean, this tier 1 tower
နောက်ဘက်ကတော့
such an early
KSG ကပူ
stage
တာတယ်
for KSG, which
အမ
means
သိမ
they
ကွာ
were
တော့
suffered from
တရားနေရာပဲကွာဆိုတော့အဲ့လိုပြောလို့မရ
reaction time from Yino. He made it look easy on that play.
I mean, like Eno is pretty much like in his zone right now.
Yeah, he's locked.
ကျန်ခဲ့တွေရဲ့
Sure right
ကျန်ခဲ့တွေရဲ့
now.
ကူက
He
တိတ်
made
မ
it
ကွာ
look
ဘူး
easy
ကျန်တဲ့ကောင်
to
သူ
dodge
တို့
that
ကအကုန်လုံးနည်းနည်းနည်းနည်းပဲ
We
ကွာ
go into the mid game. Both teams will need a hero. Is it gonna be LFF? Is it gonna be Stripe? Or the side of Silence and Ron?
I feel in this certain stage, it's gonna be Haya and also Arlie being on the spotlight because AG, they need to use
9
Arlie's
မိနစ်
power
ကတော့
line,
ဘာမှမ
right,
ဖြစ်ဘူးဘောရာ
to
ကြီး
do
ဥပါ
enough
လို့ကြီး
damage
က
upon
ခွီး
KSG
တကောင်
and
တ
then
သား
they
ပဲ
can
ရှိ
push
ရ
it
ဘိုင်းခုတ်
forward.
လိုက်
It's
ခဏ
about the
လေး
two captains, right?
Yeah, two captains.
Two captains. The storyline just fits here. Okay, mid game. Both teams are stacking on towards that mid lane here. KSG needs to be careful. There's no tower behind them. So if there's a cheeky flank from Ron, that could be disastrous.
I mean, the goal difference is quite even. Actually, it's quite tight, and so does those kills right now.
ကောင်တွေအားလေးပဲရှိတယ်ဘောရာကြီးဒီဘက်ကမှာကျန်ခဲ့တဲ့တော့ရောက်နေ
The rep outside because it's gonna be AG's next target.
AG wants to fight here.
3 seconds to spawn.
AG wants to fight here. They started off this Crimson Golem here.
ဝင်လာပြီအုပ်လိုက်ကြီးပဲ
Ron doesn't find
အဲ့မှာဓမ္မကြီးကအလုံးကဘယ်တဲ့ပြောင်းလဲပဲကွာအားတော့ကောက်ဖမ်းထားလိုက်တာပြီးဆုံးသွားပြီကောင်ကြီးဘာမှလုပ်လို့မရဘူး
and also show who wins.
ဟုတ်လားမဘယ်တဲ့အကြီးကျယ်ဖြစ်မှာ
But he gets taken down.
ထောင်းကြလိုက်ပြီဘောလားအေးအဲ့မှာ Oh my god ဇိုဘီကသွေးပြေးပဲရှိတယ်လိုက်ကောင်းနေပြီဘောလားအေးဇိုဘီကကောက်မှာတောက်တော့စတန်တစ်ခုနဲ့ပွဲပြီးသွားတာဟေးဇိုလည်းမဝီနိုင်တော့ပြန်လိုက်ပြီ KSG dominating မဲ့ဘောလားအေးအဲ့ဘက်တင်မှာတော့
to do and it come up with True House burst out and just check the replay right make it as a
အဲ့မှာထွက်လာတယ်ဘောလားဟာမိုင်းဂျီယာတို့တခါတန်းရှော့သွား
also jumping let his ulti in such a beautiful way so just check out this complicated
အဲ့ဒီကိုကြည့်တာဟိုကောင်သွေးပြင်းနေဇိုးอ่ะမှာလုံးနေတဲ့အချိန်မှာဘော်ရာကြီးရေနောက်ဆုံးစတန်းอ่ะဒီကောင်တော်တော်စကားပြောသွားအဲ့မှာတော့သွေးရွှဲနေစတန်းဝင်သွားလက်ဖူးကြောင်ကွာဟုတ်လားသူအဲ့မှာလေသူခုတ်လိုက်ရလို့ရှိရင်ဒီကောင်ပြတ်သွားမှာအဲ့၃ကောင်နဲ့၂ကောင်လောက်က
cannot go for you and you had a field day with those damages but a team
ဟာရောက်ကြီးရသွားသေးတာကြီးဇိုးခိုးသွားတာ
wow everything just being so tense right now in this field
5 to 7 in terms of kills 30 more seconds until we see these shadow
dragons of Yuki are 5-7
and we are back again at this crimson goal and 41
ဝင်လာပြီ flash တွေနဲ့ပဲတောက်ချောင်းဝင်တာ oh my god တောက်ချောင်းပါပြီဘော်တိုင်း damnလုံးဝမရှင်းနိုင်ဘူးဘော်ရာကြီး PSG ကအပြုတ်ဖြုတ်တာဘယ်တယ်လဲဒီကောင်နေမဲ့စတာတဲ့လားဘယ်တယ်ဝင်လာတာဖြုံးတိုင်းအုံးကွန်းဝင်လာပြီးတော့အဲ့မှာဓမ္မအဖြည့်ပဲကွာနှစ်သင်းလုံးမှာဒီကောင်ဘယ်နှကောင်စတန်းပြီလဲဆိုတာစကားပြောတာပဲ
And they are doing it at one of the biggest stages in the world here at EWC Paris, France at the Honor of Kings World Cup here, Nora. And time is ticking for AGAL.
I mean,
ဘာကြီးလဲဝင်သွားတာပေါင်း flash နဲ့ထောင်းအောင်ကပ်ပြီးထိုးလိုက်တာအဲ့မှာပြီးသွားတာဘော်ရာကြီး
being denied and just check the Tigers, right? Check how
အိုးဘိုင်းကုန်တာဘိုင်းက
that is
ပြေကုန်တာအဲ့ကောင်နောက်ကနေ
4-0-3 on towards Jihao. 3-0-2 on towards you. They are just playing it so well, and in the final few moments, KSG, they're knocking on your tier 2s.
The Vanguards are on the top side, and they're trying to enclose the vision.
PSG ကတော့တောက်ချောက်တွန်းလာပြီဘော်ရာကြီး ပေါ်လမ်းမှာလဲ overload ကြီးနဲ့ဆိုတော့
because of the early and also this jump is
ကောင်နေမေဂါတွေတော့မပေးအောင်ကာလို့ရမယ်နဲ့တူတယ်
can land it in a quite nice way, still allowing them to turn over.
They need a good wombo combo, but Silence finding control Zeno.
Oh my
god! Zeno needs to take the back.
Ali လေးကဘာမှတော့လုံးချင်မရဘူးဘော်ရာကြီး
They need to retreat for a second, but in that it's gonna be the tier 2 tower on the top side down. It's gonna be fell down the tier 2.
အောက်ရှောက် push လာတာဟေး
It's gonna be Zhangfei trying to protect his teammates.
လူကာမှာလဲကာလို့မရအောင်နှစ်တိုင်လုံးကိုချိုးပစ်တာ
Goes down.
Oh my god!
Overlords.
ကုန်ကြသွားပြီ
Towards that top side. Soy is getting pushed front and finds the true, but it is too little, too late. KSG.
What the fuck?
Congratulations to KSG, Kuaishou Gaming. Youth questioned and tested, but today, with this outstanding performance, they defeated the legends, and now they are crowned by honor.
A new era begins. Kuaishou Gaming.
What the
On
fuck ဘော်ရာကြီး
Honor of Kings, World Cup champions here in Paris, France. They do it with style.
AG ရှုံးသွားတာဟေးအပြတ်သက်ရှုံးသွားတာနောက်ဆုံးပွဲက
Let's pass it over to Sky.
သိကြိုက်ဒီလိုတွေကင်ပြီးတော့အပြတ်သက်ရှုံးသွားတာဟေး
Now behold, the world is watching our 2026 KWC champion, KSG.
ဟိုင်းကျွတ်စင်အဲ့ဒါကြီးကတကယ်ကောင်းပါ
流浪。
လုံးမဆိုင်လို့မရတော့ဘယ်တော့တောင်ချောက်ကြည့်လိုက်ကွာဒီကောင်နေအဲ့လိုအားလေးမှနည်းနည်းလေးအဲ့လိုကိုလိုဖြစ်နေရနေပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုထောက်လျှောက်ရိုက်သွားတဲ့ဟာကြီးကကျွတ်စင်
Take a step towards where you crush.
အားလေးကိုရွေးချယ်မှုကလည်းဘာမှတိတ်ပြီးလုံးလို့မရဘူးကွာတလား
AG
အိုင်ရှိယာနဲ့အဲ့ဟာရာနဲ့ကြားထဲမှာလည်းစကားပြောမယ်လို့သိလို့ဖြစ်နေဟာရာလေတကောင်ကိုဆွဲသွားတော့ဟောဒီဘာမှလုပ်လို့မရဘူးကဲဘော်ရာကြီးဒီကောင်လေးကမောင်လေးကိုဆွဲလိုက်ပြီးဘာဖြစ်သွားမှာလဲကောင်းနေနာမည်ကိုထိုးပါဘော်ရာကြီးအဲ့ပေါ်မှာဟုတ်လား
This is going to be a beginning of a new dynasty.
ဟုတ်ငါပောက်ကြရတယ်ပဲပြောတာဘာလုပ်လိုက်တာလဲဒီကောင်
走吧跑向属于你们的冠军奖杯
ကဲကောင်းလေးဟုတ်ပြီဘောချန်ပီယံပါဘော်လာကြီးတို့ကွာရှိုးဂိမ်းမင်းကောင်းဒီဖိုင်နဲ့ရစားနော်ဟောပါလေကြိုက်ယူသွားအကြိုက်ပစ်ဒမ်ဘရိုမိုက်တော့မိုက်တယ်အကြိုက်ပစ်ဒါပဲကွာအဲ့လိုမျိုးပြတ်တဲ့ဒီရိုက်ခံရတော့စားတယ်ပြီးတော့ကွာရှိုးရနော်မေသူတို့ဘက်ကစဉ်းစားကြည့်မယ်ဆိုဒီကောင်တွေနောက်ကနေပြီးတော့ကမ်ပန်နော်နောက်လျှောက်ပြန်ပြီးဆော့လာကောင်လေးတွေပြီးတော့ new era နော် AGO နိုင်သွားတာ
Miracle happens after game 6. What happens? How do you feel?
Okay, AG နိုင်မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဟိုမာရာနဲ့ခြားတယောက်နဲ့တက်ရမယ်တဲ့ဗျာသူကကြတော့ AG ဘက်ကအနောင်စာပါကွာဟိုသူက KSG ဘက်ကအနောင်စာသူတင်းနိုင်သွားလို့သူကဆင်မတက်ရတာ
I think that is a dead end spot, and that will be the time where I stand up and shine. This is your first time here on an international and global stage. What do you want to say to all the fans from all over the world becoming the new world champion? 这是句号和 KSG 第一次在世界性的比赛舞台上获得冠军。现在有什么想要和我们分享的话吗？
我有挺多想说的吧，因为 OK。因为在国内可能我们经历了一段非常长时间的低谷吧，当时可能说对整个队伍我们都有点丧失信心了。但我觉得这个冠军对我们来说真的很重要，我们非常棒，然后我们有最好的赛运组和最好的运营团队，谢谢大家。
I have so much inside of me I want to say because back in the time when we were in China in KPL, we are facing so many obstacles and ups and downs. We kind of lose our confidence and faith in us. And I believe this title will be one motivation for us to fight harder. And I believe we got the best teams, best players, best coaches. Thank you so much for having us here in Paris. Thank you so much. 好，谢谢你。Next up, It's time to not be silent at all. Thank you. 谢谢。无言，虽然你的名字叫做 Silence， 我希望这个时刻你不再无言了哈。有什么话想和我们说吗？我来。
我觉得没什么说的吧，不如。
没什么说了吧，俺弟呀，俺们ပြော了吧，是吧？
There's nothing much to say. How about you just look at who's standing here? Be the winner of this series. Thank you so much, Silence. Thank you for that. Oh, Liu Lang. Very good to see you here, being the champion here in KWC. You are the foundation. You are the core player and captain, of course, leading the entire KSG. What do you have in mind? 其实在这样子时刻站在流浪的身边，让我觉得非常的有感触。
Captain 讲你嘛，有个漂亮，我来这个啊。Probably 嘛，手机里就嘛，这个嘛。
现在来到了我们 KWC 的舞台，成为了全新的世界冠军。有什么想和我们分享的吗？
可能确实在国内打的状态不好吧，我觉得现在这里我们大家都调整的非常快吧，相信团队的力量吧。
I think back in the days where we are having those matchups in KPL, it's not our best headings, but now here standing on the stage of KWC, we got the best version of ourselves back, and we just reclaimed the faith in ourselves, in our crews, in our families, and we are so grateful. Any words? What will be happening now? To anticipate in the future. 你们中间的一战，未来的2026，我还可以在 KSG 身上看到全。
နောက်ပေါက်လေးကွာရှိုးကင်းနေရဂိမ်း7မှာပတ်သက်အပြတ်တိုက်နိုင်သွားတယ်
This will be our second title for the year of 2026 and I truly wish for the third and the fourth in the upcoming tournament. Thank you so much, Liu Lang. Thank you. Xiaoyu, hi. Hello. What do you want to say to the audiences all over the world since this will be your first KGFC Champion，想说什么呢？在这个荣耀的时刻，
真的要说吗？
当然要说啦。
都给我低调点。
Keep it low key, everyone. What else do you have in mind? 除
ကောင်းပါ
了这
လေ啊
句经典名言，
ဒီပဲလေး
还
ပေါ်
有
မှာ
什么想跟我
စကား
们分
ပြောတာ
享
မ
的
တွေ့
吗？
ဘူးတော့ကျန်တဲ့သူတွေနဲ့အဲ့လည်းပေးလူ
虽然下一代一直在输吧，输的我心态要炸了，因为打的自己打的不太好嘛。但是呢，我现在已经调整过来了，我现在感觉我是无敌的。
Even though we got somehow defeated and taken down back in the
Ai này
summer
quay à?
season, I lost
Năm nay là
confidence in
đi vào
myself.
nó.
I started
Chia quay à?
losing my ways during my path as an
Nên nó
esports
sẽ
player.
giả.
But now, standing on this very
Nên sẽ
stage,
giả.
I feel invincible and I will be super powerful in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you. 谢谢小雨。Last but not least, 烈风风。 This is your first time joining KSG as a roster, and you managed to be the final champion. What do you feel? 这对于烈风风来说，这场比赛非常非常的珍贵，这也是你成为 KSG 的首发成员拿下的第一个冠军。所以此刻有什么想和我们分享的吗？
首先现在很开心嘛，然后感谢4个队友和教练组一直对我以来的帮助，尤其是流浪嘛，流浪真的教会我了很多东西。
在这个时刻，你也应该感谢你自己。有什么想要对自己说的话吗？
好好加油吧，努力变强。其次，从青训以来，我都是一直看着 AG 的比赛成长的，这是第一次战胜 AG，真的爽。
All right, first of all, I feel really excited being the champion here, and I want to express my sincere gratitude towards my coach, Ziqi, and towards the 4 teammates that are standing beside me, especially for Liu Liang. He taught me a lot. And for myself, actually, when I was in boot camp, I admire AG and watched every single match from AG. And this will be my first time defeat AG on this kind of stage, and I'm super awesome. It's so excited. Thank you so much.
ဆိုမှာနိုင်သွားတဲ့အသင်းတွေရတယ် freshman အသင်းတွေ
Let's talk a bit much
တွေ့နေကြ
Ziqi.
နောက်
I
စား
think
လည်းမ
you're
ဟုတ်ဘူး
super
ကွာ
proud of your players. What do you want to
freshman နောက်စား
say? 我相信此时此刻你应该非常非常的自豪啊！有什么想对自己的队员们和所有支持你们的粉丝说的吗？我来。
首先的话就是，我觉得今天这5个选手打得他非常棒，这是第一个。然后第二个呢，就是我们在来到 EWC 之前，确实成绩不是很理想，输得比较惨吧。但是我们今天在这里拿到了冠军，我觉得我们做到了败不馁。然后呢，我希望就是在将来，不管是我还是我们的5个选手，我们要做到胜不骄。谢谢。
Thank you so much. First of all, I would say I have the best players on this planet for my 5 players. And second, even though we lost a bit during the KPL summer season, but I believe we could still fight back because this is a lesson learned. This is where we know that we never give up during setbacks, and we will know that and show to the whole world to be the best ones. We never get too cocky when we're leading, and we never give up when we are losing. Okay, so much for the interviews, and I believe there will be a time where we announce a very important thing to the world. Shall we, Milosh?
Yes, Sky, please. This is the moment for our
Yeah,
Sony
MVP
award. And this will be given out by the head of Honor of Kings Global Esports, Team E Studio Group, Tencent Games, our honored guest, Mr. Jackie Huang. So please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up
Jackie Chan
for your
Jackie Huang.
MVP, KSG Zhuhao!
Yeah, MVP တော့ပါဘောလားကြီး MVP ရပါကောင်းလေးရ
Let's take a picture together. 让我们一起合影留念，记录这个属于句号和 KSG 团队的宝贵瞬间。
tournament တစ်လျှောက်လုံးမှာအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမား MVP စုပါ
One step further. Did you ever imagine to be
ဟိုလိုဘောလုံးစုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ဒီကမ္ဘာလုံးစုပေါ့
这
ကွယ်
是属于你自己的个人荣誉。有想过可以在今天的比赛当中获得决赛 MVP 的称号吗？
只想赢吧，因为不能想这个。其实打比赛的时候。
All I think during my game is how to win. That is the only thing I care about. Actually, there is a very interesting fact. You will have $25,000 as a prize to be the Sony MVP. This is very special.
What
do you spend this money and prize money on? 句号，告诉你一个特别有趣的事情啊。获得我们今晚的 MVP 呢，你会获得$25,000的个人奖金哦。那 你会想怎么样去消费一下这样子的个人荣誉和奖金呢？有什么 plan 吗？有什么计划？
首先给粉丝吧，先豪一波。哦，还有其他可以说吗？
当然。
夏季赛可能不能跟队友征战了吧，因为要去打别的比赛。然后我相信年度冠军是属于我们快手的。
So
first of all, if I have the chance with my prize money, I want to share all the benefits and special gifts for the fans, of course. And very last but not least, I'm not gonna be all the time out there in the summer season, and I believe that my teammate will do the same great job as I was here, and hopefully we can get the final champion in the annual KPL tournament. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, KSG.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, your champions of KWC and EWC 26, Kuaishao Gaming! Gentlemen of Kuaishao, you may head to the totem and seal your keys frame in EWC and esports history.
26ရဲ့ winner လေးတွေပါ Kuaishao Gaming.
Well, they say it takes a titan to slay a titan. And KSG have proven it on the biggest stage in the world. As the top dogs in Honor of Kings. But it is just one moment, that Game 7, that gave them the opportunity to do the unthinkable. The crowd dispersed. Another way to say it might be silenced. As KSG said, there's no need for words. Just look with your eyes. That trophy, that MVP, it tells the entire tale as they cement their legacy.
Please welcome to the totem your KWC and EWC 2026 champions.
Winner တော့ Kuaishao Gaming မှာအဲ့တော့တော်လေးတွေကနောက်ပေါက်တင်လေးပါ AGA ရတဲ့စားလို့ရှိရင်တော့ဒါပဲတော့အိုင်ဝါပြီပေါ့နော်ကိုရီးယားတော့ OG AGA ကိုအားပေးတာပဲပဲဒါပေမဲ့ဒီကောင်လေးနိုင်သွားတော့လည်းဝမ်းသာပါကိုမြန်မာအသင်းမှာမပါဘယ်တင်းနိုင်ပေါ့
Congratulations guys. What a performance in it.
အားလုံးပဲတက်တာပါဒီနေ့တော့ဆီကိုကြီးဟို streaming တော့မလုပ်ဖြစ်တော့ဘူးပေါ့နော်ဒါပေမဲ့နောက်မှကျတော့ streaming လေးကြံလုပ်ပါမယ်
Put your frame in the totem
အားလုံးပဲတက်တာပါဒီတင်ပါတယ်ဒီနေ့ကြရပါအားလုံးဒီလိုက်ဆီကိုကြီးကို guide တွေပါတယ်တောင်းဆိုချင်လို့ရှိရင် comment တွေမှာရေးခဲ့နော်hero guide ပြီးတယ်အားတောင်းပြီးတယ်ဒီကိုအကောင်းဆုံးကြံပြီးတော့နိုင်ကြပါလား See you guys